la 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 la
Your weekend warrior has arrived. This is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. And welcome to another Saturday night where, COVID is clearing up in some places and you guys can go pretty much anywhere you want to. It ain't like COVID was stopping most of us anyway. But you know what? I didn't catch COVID because I played it smart, because I know how to wear a mask and social distance. So, thank you once again for joining this guy to this broadcast. Now, anyway, how are you guys doing tonight? I hope y'all guys are having a fantastic weekend. All right. And it's all good. It's been all good. It's past all good. Okay, we got 14 watching right now. Um, and if you want to take a moment, please hit that like button. Hit that hit that subscribe button if you just happen to not be a subscriber. And like I said, thanks for joining me for this. Yeah, when I found this thumbnail, this picture on Google, I had to use it for a thumbnail. I think it's hilarious. And you know what? I remember when I was a kid, I used to try to draw pictures and everything. My dad was a really talented artist as far as drawing pictures and everything. And I just didn't get that gene. So if it were me, I would have drew something funnier, I think. But the picture I'm using for the thumbnail is pretty funny. So let's get to the subject matter at hand. Is the whole inviting them to the cookout thing? Basically, just not only like letting outsiders in, so to speak, but coming up with all these lame reasons to invite them to the cookout. Let me see if I can show you an example here real quick, because yeah, black women are just full of content for guys like me. But just wanted to show y'all something real quick. Now, I mean, this what I'm about to show you is as soon as I find it, just bear with me for one moment. By the way, everyone, thank you for your continued support of this. So I mean, and just what, just keep it coming. I promise the content is just gonna keep getting better and better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? I know you do. But I'm just trying to find this one thing because I swear to God, this, this right here is just this the kind of bullshit that I just be talking about. Uh, oh, here we go. Oh God, do I really have to go through this one? Let's see. Let me find a website that I wouldn't mind promoting. Uh, fuck it. I'll do this one. Yeah, I gotta show. Gotta show um, Madame Noir article. All right, D Rock Dan, what's going on? Thank you for joining up tonight. Let me go drop that link now. Shoot, and there ain't no reason why all of us can't have fun on this broadcast. For but shoot, yeah. Let's see. All right, and yeah, that is correct. Cortez Smith. Yeah, every time they do something, hey, we or say something really outrageous, hey, we can make a video about it. And well, yeah, but at the end of the day, what everybody calls that, and I don't really give a fuck about that word, whining. They always try to call it whining. I'm like, yeah, it's like, what's wrong with us sharing an opinion? But until somebody decides to step up, I'll go ahead and share that screen. Indigenous TV, Mr. Albert. Oh yeah, definitely. R.I.P. to the marvelous one, Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler passed away. Very talented boxer. I think his most notable rivalry was with Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard himself, another legendary boxer. So, yeah, let's send your condolences to the family of marvelous Marvin Hagler. Just one of the greats. One of the greats is gone. You know. All right, so anyway, let me share the screen real quick. And if anyone in the back chat, I'll check back periodically because I can't see the screen. I can't see the screen share in the people coming in at the same time. Longo Savage, what's going on? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not drinking on Syrah, and I am drinking on Uncle Nearest, the black man that taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. Shoot. And I mean, like, yeah, I do this. I say everything I say about black people. Everybody, they want to paint the black, and honestly, let me put it you like this. I do advocate for the black manosphere, but let always remember this for any of you. My base is going to be the habitual line steppers, and because of shit, the habitual line steppers. I think that we're one of the hottest up and coming groups out there. Shit, we're taking this thing by storm. Roger definitely in the mornings. Myself on the weekend. Donnie, Darth Skater, Sister George. Shit, hey, and there's a lot of things to come. So once this thing is fully realized, you'll be seeing exactly what we saw before we formed this little group. So let me read this headline. And long live the habitual line steppers. Okay. So this particular article right here. Vivica Fox says, quote, light skinned, unquote, Prince Harry came on over to the black side with Oprah interview. And they say but not so fast. I guess that was some talking point, the not so fast talking point, but anyway, let me read into this article. See, this is first time I don't read Madame Noir. I mean, what I look like as a black man actually promoting and I mean, I'm only posting an article, but contributing to the success of a misandrist publication. No, no, wait a minute. Misandrist Against Black Men publication. All right. And this Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They already consider Meghan Markle black, which is a strange fucking phenomenon to say the least. I mean, Meghan Markle is an example of how black people who are dark, chocolate, brown skinned, um, she's an example of how we love to live vicariously through people. Mother, she's brown skinned. She passes as a black person, but guess what her mother decided to do? Just like, just like that stupid ass bitch Irene Yvette. And yes, I'm calling her a bitch for a reason. I mean, I'm from Alabama. My family has been entrenched in the civil rights movement. You do not, if I am ever in eye shot of a person that says straight black men are the white people to black people, you are a slow, stupid bitch to me. But, Meghan Markle's mom might not be as slow, so that might not be as fair to say. But, the two, they do what they have in common is they're both bad wenches. It's like, shit, Meghan Markle's mom, despite being black, decided to, marry fuck a white man and come up with Meghan Markle. Now, I don't have anything against interracial relationships. It's not the interracial relationship itself, it's the mentality going into it. Now, I criticize any brother that thinks that he is much better or something like that, or better than other black people just because he hooked up with a white woman. But let's tell the truth. You don't see that shit very often, where brothers think they're somehow uplifted because they got a Becky. That's a slow tip. That's a bitter baby mama complaint. That is a simp complaint. That these black dudes think they're better. And also, I tell you what else it is. It's a projection. But Meghan Markle, since she's considered black, technically is already at the cookout. Yeah, I'm talking about that motherfucker Prince Harry right now. Yes, yeah, that's Prince Harry sitting next to his melanated queen, and one of the biggest misandrists in media history is doing an interview with him. Well, no, 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 no. Excuse me, misandrist against black men. So here it is. So, but this is about this article is basically about what Vivica Fox had to say. Let me read this real quick. Black people have come out in support of Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle after their interview with Oprah Winfrey was released earlier this week. Pity party. The couple struggle with anti blackness at the hands of the British media, and even an unnamed member of the royal family moved many viewers, including actress Vivica A. Fox. She was so impressed by the interview and Harry's handling of things, she said he crossed on over to the black side in her eyes. You know what? I am so fucking happy that most people don't see life through the eyes of Vivica Fox, a chronically single, bitter ass woman working for Fox Soul with other chronically single, bitter ass women. So that was just like, I'm not gonna spend like a lot of time on this because it's like uh a lot of black men and yes, a lot of black women too seem to have sort of an issue with Meghan Markle claiming black, since that's not her forte anyway. In fact, I think I kind of believe, I think I kind of remember her saying something about not being black. Just like Amber Rose clearly said she wasn't black, but you got people who constantly try to make her black. I said, why? No, hell no. You ain't got to make, I mean, damn. It's like with dark skinned black people, and I'm dark skinned. It's like with us, we have a hard time accepting and being comfortable in our own skin. I understand that there is a couple of people that do advocate for dark skin that are actually in this space. And one of them ain't initials ain't RS. I'm not talking about her. And also I'm not talking about the C. The whatever that girl name is that began with C. Yeah, the colorist crybaby, as a lot of people call her. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about two totally different folks that are dark skin advocate, but don't go real toxic with it. See, most of us, like once we hear that like they got a drop of black blood, they could look as they 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 could look as white as damn Christy Brinkley. For those of you who know who Christy Brinkley is, what about that woman that played Wonder Woman? Since there's a lot of people, I got to understand this is present day, you know. But if they got like a black grandfather, if they got like a black distant cousin on the other side of the world or something like that, we, here's the thing. We were all raised in white supremacy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to refer to that one drop rule. And since Meghan Markle married a man of, you could say, royal value, then all of a sudden every black girl with an afro and a blonde weave is living vicariously through her. She black. Oh, she black. But okay. Let me get to Prince Harry though, because he quote unquote married a black woman. He is invited to the cookout. A guy at one point in his life would wear Nazi swastikas. But we as a people, we're so forgiving, we're so forgetful when it comes to people like that, because they did one little thing. They did one little thing, and I'm quite sure Meghan Markle looked like a white girl to this guy. We forgive everything. We'll forgive the racism of almost like any white person if they say they're sorry, or if they do something like Prince Harry did. Like shit, if the Grand Wizard of the KKK married a black woman and decided that he wasn't going to be the Grand Wizard of the KKK anymore, or at least so he says tells the public. Now, this is not a real situation. I'm just, coming up with a hypothetical example. But if that were the case, and he said he renounced the Klan and he married a black woman, black people will forgive him so fast you'll forget he was in the Klan in the beginning. And we know this. We know this, but to the people watching, in your opinion, does this get Harry cookout status? For those of you who believe in that, because I'm about to tear this down completely. And really, honestly, it's below me to call out other content creators and call them stupid bitches. But hey, I felt like that was completely necessary. It's like, I'm the one that's going to get really fucking tired of all that bullshit. I've been very cordial with a lot of people on this fucking platform. And you know what? My presence, despite the fact that I have been cordial and these people have been sort of respectful, hasn't slowed you motherfuckers down any. It has. It has. It has. In fact, you motherfuckers are getting worse. Now, I saw a community posted earlier. Okay, if you are going to use someone's content and you're going to call them a pedophile, you fucking right somebody's gonna strike you. Where do black people get this mentality where you could just call somebody anything that you want without any goddamn proof, and then nobody's supposed to say anything? Now, if you use my video and try to call me some egregious name, you go right ahead, but you got a shitstorm on the way. But yeah, you know what? That's my darker side. And unfortunately for me, it looks like that's what a lot of people want to see. They want to see black people melt down. They want to see black people tear each other down. They want to see the drama. They want to see the fuckery. Well, but when it comes to black folks, thing is, what we do is we try to uninvite black people to the cookout. You know who we uninvite to the cookout? We uninvite people like Donald Glover, Shit, we've tried to keep we some of us try to keep Nate Parker from the cookout, even though he's probably one of the blackest film creators out there. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if he's in a polygamous relationship with white women. I don't give a fuck. He's done a lot better than a lot of these filmmakers out here. But hey, you know what? We forgive people like Joe Biden and Prince Harry when they do racist shit on a dime. You're invited to the cookout. The cookout. Oh my God. Now, a long time ago, I said if there were, I would only invite two white people to the cookout. Two white people. Okay, and they're not white women because I don't want white women even trying to handle or cook the food. You know, y'all niggas be joking about raisins and potato salad and shit. So I don't want anything tragic happening at any like that at any cookout that I plan on attending. You know, so yeah, if that's what your style is, invite them to the cookout or whatever. But I just don't like the whole concept. But the two people I would invite to the cookout when this concept first came out, the first one was Bernie Sanders. Because Bernie Sanders didn't bite his tongue with black issues. He didn't. He just didn't bite his tongue. He said it in a way that seemed more genuine than a lot of the other whiter politicians who tried to pull that shit. The second one is Negan. Yeah, a fictional character. Negan. From The Walking Dead. I don't know. I just like his I just like the way he ran things. I don't know. It just even though he started out in a very extreme note, I just thought that he was a cool character and he became one of my favorite comic book characters real quick. So I mean it was about the only two. Like all the rest of them, hey, jury's out. But I know that even with that, that's in the past. I just think the whole concept of a cookout is fucking stupid. Why would we invite anybody to the cookout from the outside when we ain't got the inside straight yet? Shoot. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that chat in a second. Yeah, I mean, shit. We need to get our own cookout straight first. We so busy fighting amongst ourselves, and why the fuck do we need to invite anyone else in? Period. Why? Why? I know y'all like this. I know every time and I've noticed this about black women and y'all can say I'm slandering y'all all I want. All y'all want, I'm throwing black women under the bus, but I was told that the other day I'm throwing black women under the bus. I said, "Well, if black men and black children see how you behave and this is normal to us, who are we throwing you under the bus to?" Hmm? Archetypes like Prince Harry, perhaps? Because here's the thing. This is what a lot of y'all want to do. I'm not saying all because you got to say that for the slow people, and I always say that. No. But since we, as Black Americans, were, since we brought, since we were all raised under the umbrella of white supremacy, the whole cookout concept, uh, you know, came easy for us because what a lot of us wanted was because of the way blacks have been treated historically in this country is like a lot of us got affected mentally, a lot of us were traumatized, therefore it affected our self-esteem, it affected our resolve for our race. So every time if you ever get that conquered feeling, or it ain't even the fact that you're conquered, is the fact that you feel a sense of being overwhelmed to the point of if one of them decides to put up an effort to make you feel comfortable around them, say for instance like I don't know, rapping some rap lyrics something like that, or try to say I'm not white, I'm black, I'm just white on the outside, because I've heard white dudes say that shit before. You did, yeah. You got people, I've actually, and I ain't gonna even lie to you. Before social media, I used to hear more of that sentiment from black guys. All he had to do was fuck a black girl. But that since then has changed since the dawn of social media. Like you see a lot more different points of view out there, and because of that, I seen legions of women do that shit. Personally, if you do what makes you happy, personally do what makes you happy, but it's intolerable to say shit like straight black men are the white people to black people, because that in turn is like, okay, if you're going to isolate black men like this, good luck continuing the race. Get some alphabet dude to jack off in a cup for you. It's like, that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, there's such a busy and convoluted effort to try to ostracize black men by saying stupid ass shit, but y'all got the nerve to come up with a cookout concept. And in fact, with Vivica, hey, you know what? We should be real cool with her anyway after Ice Cube. I know a lot of us feel very differently about that, but shit. I mean, she was the one that gaggled on Ice Cube on that Fox Soul broadcast. Her and those chronically single females who keep over here making all these damn excuses and shitting on black men. Hey, ain't nobody tell Vivica to date 50 Cent. Ain't nobody tell her that at all. I mean, shit, you in the same boat with Chelsea Handler's flat Duke ass. I mean, shit, I understand why she bitter. Look at her. That bitch, like she act like she don't even know how to smile now. Oh yeah, don't ask a woman to smile. Ooh, ooh. But I ain't gonna even much lie to y'all. Yeah, let me get some shout outs. I see some folks have joined us. I had that RIP Marvin Hagler up there. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I had it up there the whole time. D Rock Dan, she can't be this delusional. Yes, she is. Cortez Smith. Oprah would never interview a black man who marries a white princess. Man, let me tell you something. That's the brother that would get uninvited to the cookout, or a group enclave of black people would attempt to uninvite him from the cookout. And I know I keep saying black people and all this other stuff, so I'm going to explain it again, especially for the people who are watching the first time. My concern is black people. My concern isn't any other group of folks. Whatever they do, fine. But I am a believer in, we got to straighten our own shit out. it's facts. We just got to straighten our own shit out. Yeah, Oprah would never interview. How many of us in this community would accept a black man who married a white princess? Seriously. Do you think that he could walk through life without anything being said about him? No. I mean, Meghan Markle can't, but it wouldn't be nearly as severe. He's not in touch with his blackness. You know. Shoot. Indigenous TV. Vivica Fox slept with a lot of powerful white men, quiet as kept, and couldn't say and it couldn't save her career. No, it couldn't, man. There was a video going around that it was either a very strong Vivica Fox lookalike or Vivica Fox herself giving head to a white man in a strip club. That's what the caption said, and it looked like Vivica Fox, but I'm not going to confirm that that was Vivica Fox. Okay, it could have been somebody that looked like Vivica Fox. It could have been, and I mean, like, whoever she was, that dude was having the time of his life with her mouth, but it did look a lot like Vivica. And this was around the time she was dating 50 Cent. And I don't know if anyone will remember anything like that coming to social media. I don't. But that's, but I mean, I know what I saw. Shoot. Iman Perry, what's up? He said, today or back in the day? For real? Yeah, but like, how do y'all, like, okay, everybody in this chat, Mr. Albert, Yeah, Mr. Albert, Robert Nelson, Corrine Henry. What's going on, girl? How you doing? Uh, Club. Uh, 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 is it pronounced club or is it just KLUV? K Love or something like that. Um, yeah. What do y'all think about this cookout concept? What do y'all think? Is it a cool thing? Do you think that there's actually some other races that deserve to be part of the cookout, or do you think the cookout should be something that's black exclusive? I mean, and I'm going to tell you this: I am not the biggest pro-black. I am not. I do believe I love my people, and I do believe that we should be doing a lot better. But I really think that we need to work on our solidarity, especially black men. Especially with this Highlander complex going around, especially in this space. I mean, dudes would rather beef, dudes would rather try to contest themselves for pussy, instead of trying to come up with some solutions or at least talk about some of the things that we deal with out here in America, and especially in Black America. I love my people, but we have to like it. We have to get to a better place. We just do. And I mean, like, I just like, I mean, honestly, I always thought the concept of the cookout was stupid. I really did. I really do. I really did. It's 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 really like I don't know. It just shows the capacity for black people to forgive our transgressors. Now, for the to be fair, for those that are a part of other groups and other races that haven't done anything to black people, I mean that's cool. I mean you is that it's like this. It probably would be a little better if we took things on a case by case basis, but there's just too much history that factors in all of this. K Love Club. K Love just sounds better. Black exclusive when it comes to tangibles, lived in diverse cities, only alliance when it comes to symbolism. Hmm. Indigenous TV. She was probably topping him off of that role she got in Kill Bill Volume 1. You saying that the penis could belong to Quentin Tarantino? Cause yeah, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. Like my homeboy who passed away at the age of 36 a couple years ago. He was a really huge Quentin Tarantino fan, really huge. And the one thing that he told me about Quentin Tarantino was that Quentin Tarantino grew up around black women. He was basically raised by black women. I don't know. It might have been a black man in there somewhere. But he tried like and it was like the way my homie was explaining it. It was like Quentin Tarantino have thinks that he has a Negro pass, which very well I don't know in Hollywood could be true to an extent. You never know how much black vagina this man had, but of course, we black vagina are to get. I mean, well, not for me, and not for me, and well, my past self, it was like I said, I had my moments, but I had some great moments too. But Quentin Karen, Quentin Tarantino, like, I mean, just the fact that he said that probably, yeah, it is a huge possibility. It's a really huge possibility that black women left and right just could just be giving that man some, and he probably tell that whole story about, oh, I was raised by some black women, and they used to put Aunt Jemima on my pancakes and all the other shit, and we used to get together and watch Give Me a Break around the floor model TV. I mean, shit. And my name is Quentin Tarantino. That man probably get slobbed up in the back. Vivica Fox probably could have just been Wednesday. Mister, if you put raisin in the potato salad, pass revoked. Yeah, I will show pictures of women, but I'm afraid that'll get me in a lot of trouble. Seeing I'm a married man. Comedian Miss Lips, you said something very peculiar in the chat last week. But look at my pinned comment. If you have anything that you would like to discuss, my email address is in the pinned comment. So please contact me by email. And shout out to comedian Miss Lips. How you doing? So, and I mean, it wasn't anything bad. In fact, it looked like it was kind of good. So, I mean, like I said, just contact me by email, whatever you need, whatever we can discuss. We could just do it like that. But thanks for coming to the broadcast. We got 36 watching. At least I see 36 on the counter. Hopefully, you got a like on my video that belongs to you. But if you don't, please hit that like button. We love likes. Or if you don't like the fact that I'm saying like certain motherfuckers should, or the concept of the cookout is stupid, you can hit that thumbs down too. Hey, it's all good. I mean, shoot. Yeah. Oh, I got a thumbs down. Yeah. All right. 32 likes, 1 dislike. That is awesome. Trust me on that. I mean, I guess somebody don't like the fact that I wouldn't invite Meghan Markle to the cookout, or a lot of these motherfuckers, like Gary Owens. Gary Owen, he a cool, funny guy. He has advocated for Black lives, on social media, but um, he thinks he can get N-word passes. Like I said, if Gary Owen, yeah, for the most part, yeah, he's a cool guy. You know what I mean? He said a lot of prolific things that will put some on your mind. But it's like, dude, you don't get no N-word passes, guy. hmm Shoot, let's see. Imam Perry, he did make the movie Django. Yes, and his character Samuel L. Jackson is used to insult people. The character played by Samuel Jackson. Steven, yeah, Steven is used to insult people, but Steven was a funny motherfucker. But hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, I like a lot of Tarantino's work. I mean, I'm not a super fan like my deceased homie is, but he just but he's a very talented film director. I would say film creator. Say him and Bill Burr, not Black. Yeah, Bill Burr. Yeah, I like Bill Burr. I mean, he's pretty straightforward, but yeah, he's married to a black woman too, actually. Yeah, yeah, he's married to a black woman too. But it's not like I said, being married being married to somebody black, and I even say this for the black man that's married to white women. Being married to somebody black does not mean that you get to come to the fucking cookout. And if you do come to the cookout, just be speak when spoken to, and just zip your lip. And when it's time to eat, go ahead and enjoy. So I'm saying, Stronger Inside podcast finally caught this live. All right, I'm glad you caught it too. uh, Bill Burr suspect. How's Bill Burr suspect? I mean, yeah, I guess. Uh, Cortez Smith. Notice black women were quiet when Gary Owens made the N-word joke. They were also quiet when, okay, remember that know that know that that couple, the McClures that had the twin girls. Like, remember that shit came out a couple years ago where he used to be like, he was like the Justin McClure was like a failed comedian. I mean, he's a white guy. He was a failed comedian, but he married that black girl and had them twins. And the black girl, she previously her other baby daddy was white as well, but he was like they found some old tweets, I think, and it's always the damn tweets. Oh my god, he tweeted this. And he was tweeting a lot of jokes about, that were kind of, I wouldn't say unsettling about black women. In fact, Justin McClure was probably telling the truth about them hoes, talking about how black girls were just easy to get. And they didn't. Black women didn't. They didn't say anything. In fact, they commended him for marrying the black girl more so. And they had them twins, and them twins are smash hits. Yeah, but shoot, like, yeah, yeah, Justin McClure got the pass. In fact, in the comment section of their videos, all kinds of little bed winch BWs. Oh yeah, yeah, you go, girl. Yeah, y'all act like y'all can't forgive nobody. I'm like, well, I mean, well, like, I mean, shit. You always talk about how everybody is disrespecting you, but then when you see some actual disrespect, you give it a pass because the dude is white. No, we ain't inviting the motherfuckers to the cookout. Well, one thing about drinking liquor straight, I think is fucking horrible, but great at the same time. We kill dragons. What's going on? Truth is I know it. If invited, the cookout is predicated on being a great wife or husband or proven and legitimate asset to the community. It makes sense. Uh, also, Cortez Smith. Do you know the YouTube? No, I don't. He's a creepy white man that had BW in his comments worshiping him. Yep. I guess they're trying to get him to the cookout too. Yeah. Try not to get too far off try not to get too far off because this broadcast ain't entitled bed winching. It's entitled, cookout. Indigenous TV is sad when a majority of mixed women go harder for half of what they are than full-blooded black women. Uh, that kind of thing, I probably gonna need a few receipts on. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that I'm probably gonna need a couple of receipts. If you can name a mixed woman that went hard for a black man, I would say Vanessa Bryant. I don't think she's completely white, but that's about the closest one. But um, Meghan Markle, who is considered mixed, no, nope. Like I said, I wish Donnie was around somewhere. He has claimed that Meghan Markle, said she wasn't black. So yeah, he said I had a comment above too. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Let me see. If invited to the cookout is predicated on if they can Dougie make potato salad. I want no. I want no parts of the barbecue. They can Doug it. Teach me how to Doug it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. How I enjoy reading these comments sometimes. But anyway. Oh, okay. So for those of you who are watching, no, you did not make a mistake by clicking on that thumbnail with the Prince cartoon whooping Prince Harry. Oh, that thing is hilarious. Like, I don't know, I might make that my phone screensaver or something like that. But yeah, you are definitely watching the right broadcast. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. And yes, being brutally honest is something that I quite enjoy doing. And I don't do it to hurt people. I do it because I care. And I know that's just a hard pill to swallow, but that's just the way it is, people. All right, 40 likes. Yay. 40 likes, 31 watching. Yeah, so that right there is an incredible ratio. That right there. So let me I'm a Cortez Mill, just because you said that name, I'm gonna check out that I'm going to check out that I'm gonna check out that YouTuber. And as soon as I get a new laptop with updated technology, I'm probably gonna start doing reaction videos as well. So, let me see. Yeah, let me see what I did today. I ate a steak for the first time in like I don't know 6 months. So I'm looking forward to my body reacting to it. Yeah, my nephew's birthday was today. Well, his birthday is tomorrow, but we had the party today, and he's a little kid. He turned 7, and yeah, my daughter and his sister, they enjoyed the day and they had fun, and as a parent, I sit back and enjoy seeing that. Happy children, happy children are always great, great people to observe because happy children don't care about half the bullshit that we care about. And I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that the happy children are innocent and their minds are not their mind, hopefully they can get to their zenith as far as their thought processes a way that was way better than mine, because like I had to I had to endure. I wouldn't say endure so much because I didn't have a tougher life as everybody else did. But really, the way I see people behave out here is it really helped my character. It really did. It really to be able to persevere through a lot of the things, including cancer. I mean, this is a good life. I would say I don't have too many complaints. I mean, and my kid makes it all worthwhile. So, indigenous TV. Have you ever been in a room with black women and one or two white dudes, and you're the only black man? It's a fascinating social experiment. Mm, I've been in a room. I've been in a room with a few white girls, and no, yeah, I've done that before. You're like, yeah, that um, I've been in, and it's like I'll get treated with courtesy, but I'm real careful about how I deal with them. Um, I've been in a room with a couple of white guys and about two or three black girls, and I've been in a few professional situations like that where I was the lead, like head black guy in the place, and the rest of my team were white. Uh, the respect levels for me and the white ones were different. It's nothing I'm going to sugarcoat, and this is not sour grapes. It just is what it is. Is that the females have a phenomenal level of respect for, I would say, white men between the ages of 25 and 45. I'm going to give it that range because when they get too old and too flabby and too pooped out, is that and, unless they're just these unless these girls just like sugar daddy types, which them motherfuckers could just about look like anything, you know. Unless they're like once they get older, one thing I did notice was the attitude kind of changed. But as long as they're younger and kind of got some vigor about them, they will always get more respect than your average black man. And I'm not saying that out of spite. I'm not saying it to be petty. I'm saying it because it's true. And I'm sure a lot of you in your personal observations in your life have experienced that too. Shit, them dudes, and one of the like a job I work, them dudes, they not only get invited to cookouts, they get invited to bedrooms. And it's nothing that I care about for real. Like I say, fuck who you want to fuck. It's just the attitude you have after it happens. Why Skinner Man Cave? What's going on? Thank you for the super chat and the support of your channel. If Stacy Dash is invited to the cookout, I am coming too. Let me look up Stacy Dash real quick because that was an issue as well. Let me search it on Google. Yeah, because Stacy Dash is like, oh, I realize the error of my ways. Let's see. Okay, here it is. We'll do Hollywood Reporter. Let me go ahead and yeah, Stacy Dash is kind of, hmm, yeah, she still got that look. All right. There it goes. And this headline reads Stacy Dash, sorry for her past Trump support. I made a lot of mistakes. Oh, come on. Get hit for I don't want to get hit for a copyright strike. But I will like to get a PS5 one day. All right. She said, I'm going to give the president that we have right now a chance. The actress says of her new views. That's okay. Like, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I mean, yeah, Stacey Dash will probably be at the cookout. I think that black men would forgive her. I mean, because like it or not, no matter what they say about black men, we are the most forgiving men on the planet. Why are a lot of our women so flippant towards us? Because there's not a real consequence. I mean, y'all like these little feminists out here. Oh, but black men just be raping and killing us. And I was like, well, I mean, you still alive. I understand. I understand that things happen, but I don't like it in a flagrant feminist way. It doesn't solve the problem to me. To shaming campaigns don't solve problems. But yeah, I mean, Stacey Dash is black. I mean, that's undeniable about her skin pigmentation. She's black. But see, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, your marriages didn't work out, and I think she married white guys. Her marriages didn't work out, and then Donald Trump was the now thing when she was doing all of that shit. So what you're trying to tell me, in order to try to stay relevant and keep a fucking job, or keep yourself relevant and in the spotlight, you're gonna switch. You're gonna try to be slick and switch from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. That right there is like it is very, very suspect. It's very, very suspect. And then, but like people's like, oh, she won't back in the cookout. She won't back in the cookout. I mean, like, yeah, because there's a lot, like I said about any beautiful black woman who dates a white man or has consistently dated white men. If she's beautiful in any kind of way, like Stacey Dash is, or somebody like a Bria Miles, and yeah, they are easily forgiven by black men. Like I said, black men are the most forgiving men on the planet. I mean, you can say what you want because you see a few guys here and there, make YouTube videos talking about, man, fuck these black women, you know. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, better to take things by case basis. Excuse me. But like I said, we are very forgiving. Our women are very flippant because there is no consequence. And if she's any kind of beautiful, she could date 20 white guys in a row. But she decided to go back black. There's always going to be that one or two black men that's going to accept her. Now, Stacey Dash is a public figure. She's highly weird. So I believe the rules are different for people like that. I do believe the rules are different for people like that. But her showing up at a cookout, dude's gonna holler. Hey, Miss Stacy Dash, how you doing? Yeah, let me open that a little bit up for you. Oh yeah, thanks for opening my drink. Nah, I ain't talking about that. You done had that white sausage for so long, you probably damn tight as a virgin. Niggas would do that. Niggas would do that. I mean, it ain't like the same. Take this concept and apply it to the females. All right, say Donald Glover says, "Hey, you know what? I want me some chocolate. I want me a black woman and everything." I don't think the sisters would be too forgiving of him. I don't think so at all. But us brothers will forgive Stacey Dash. And I know that, and I know a lot of you women out there, y'all don't like that. But that's just reality. A woman's looks can save her in a lot of situations, including cooning. If she cooning, shit. If she better not be overweight. Her face better not look like a gas mask. Shoot, that's all I'm saying. And I mean, you got Bria Miles with her them thick legs and that juicy booty around here wearing zaddy t-shirts because she love white men. Niggas be lined up around the corner. and, and stop acting like y'all wouldn't be that thirsty, because you would. Stacey Dash, sorry for her past Trump support. I made a lot of mistakes. But if she's apologizing, think about this. If she's apologizing, we should immediately accept that apology. Because you know why? Because black people immediately accepted Joe Biden's apology. And this dude wrote laws that destroyed black communities across the fucking country. Stacey Dash, all she did was run her mouth on Fox News. Look at this shit always popping up. like all she did was talk shit on Fox News. That's it. Stacey Dash doesn't say anything worse than what Irene Yvette said today. Straight black men and white people, black people. Shut up, bitch. Like, damn. so, so, like I said, look, the headline reads, Stacey Dash sorry for her past Trump support. She apologized, accept it, and move on. Oh, let me look up another person. I want to show y'all this. Like Tay Diggs. Hold on, let me make sure ain't nobody backstage. Oh, Rogish.
Peace.
What's going on, Rogish?
Shit, man, I'm listening
Rogish
to you
the
cook.
Field monger. What's going on, man?
I'm listening to you cook up in here, dog. Keep it going. You know what I'm talking about?
let me ask you a question, dog. Let me ask you a question before I continue. Yeah. Let me ask you a question before I continue. Should we accept Stacey Dash's apology?
Who is we? Who's she giving the apology to?
Well, she apologized to somebody. She said, Stacey Dash, sorry for her past Trump support. I made a lot of mistakes. Okay. I think that she's that's some bull. Personally, I think it's some bullshit. I think that she is just trying to stay relevant by going with who's the now. And the now for her back then was Trump. And the now for her right now is Biden. So if she can get in and start being a pundit, being pro-Biden, she can keep her job. I mean, she can keep a job. So, I mean, like, I think that she's doing this for all the wrong reasons. But I think we should accept her apology based on the principle. If you're going to accept the apology of a man who wrote laws to destroy black communities all over the place, that 3 strikes you're out bullshit. Yeah. And the crimes didn't even have to be that severe. Like 3 strikes you were out. Then I mean shit, and then us, we turned around and made him president. Not necessarily me, but turn around and made the man president. You should have no problem with Stacey Dash. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, but the thing is, Fox is not fucking with her no more or nothing. What?
No, no, no. Yeah, I think she was let go from Fox.
Oh,
She was
okay.
let
So
go
now
from
she's
Fox.
trying to move to MSNBC, right?
Could be. I, I like this news pundit stuff. I got and if Stacey Dash is listening anywhere, or the spirit of Stacey Dash, or one of the people that's in her 6 degrees of separation, I'll recommend this to her. Start a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like y'all don't believe me, but in a couple years, YouTube gonna be the wave. It's kind of the wave
It,
now
it's
because they're coming
it's it,
coming.
it's already is the wave, man. Hey, look, it was the wave once people realized that motherfuckers playing video games and making pet videos was becoming millionaires.
Yeah, like I'll be looking at some of that stuff my daughter look at, and like she look at something called Sam Slime something,
Right.
and it's like it's somebody they got this little blob with eyes on it named Sam Slime or something like that.
Oh
But
wow.
what I would do is I'm like I ain't paying attention to this shit, but I'll just look at the viewer count on videos like that.
Uh
Dude, 11 million, 15 million, 20
huh.
million. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
these folks don't have to worry about shit for the rest of their lives.
Nah, nah. Nah, look.
So
There's this gamer that I watched. He had like 600,000 uh subscribers, but nowhere near that many watches, right? But this cat got to
yeah,
make like 13 million a year behind these playing these damn video games on here. So a celebrity coming on here and you know what I'm saying capitalizing off of their celebrity. I'm surprised she ain't done it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Griffin, he had just out on I think I was just like maybe 4,000 something subscriber. He's already now around like 50,
what,
50,
50,000?
50,000 in like maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, I mean, he's Eddie Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot. Like I believe a lot of celebrities do watch channels such as these. Like I believe that. I do believe they watch channels such as these, and they get their ideas from smaller people, not necessarily me.
Yeah.
Like the biggest person I think that then came to one of my, I don't know, motherfuckers come in fake names all the time. So I mean
Okay.
shit, but like I would say the biggest person that I ever seen legitimately, and this is a YouTuber, was Kevin Samuels in my chat.
Right.
That,
Right.
that, that, that's about it. I mean, Roger seen Deron Jones from 112 in his chat.
Right. Right.
So I mean, there's always a possibility that celebrities could be gaining ideas. It's like, okay, if all else fails, I'll just start a YouTube channel. Use my notoriety like that and get paid. I mean,
I mean,
look at Willie
if you
D.
think it's the best thing to do because if you think about it, they could push the positivity hustle better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? All that the secret shit, dude. They could be pushing that like Will Smith. Watch Will Smith and next 15 years. He gonna be so powerful, it's gonna be crazy. And The Rock too. Watch them niggas.
Oh yeah, both of
They
them.
gonna be like, wait a minute, these niggas got so much power. What you mean they were actors? Watch. Oh shit. So I wonder who she's apologizing to in an aspect of
Yeah,
made a lot
but
of mistakes
but
supporting Trump. So you notice is how
let me see if it's
everybody's trying to distance themselves away from that cat now. They always do that. They roll with him, you know what I'm saying, when he hot, just like a new artist or something like that. And then toward the end of the term, when they start having the president do all kind of, you know what I'm saying, gang banging shit all around the world, people start hating them. Then the next motherfucker who they usher up, everybody is, relieved to receive because they've been programmed to hate the motherfucker on the way out. So you're gonna love the motherfucker on the way in.
yeah. Well, the third paragraph right here, the to answer your question doesn't answer your question. Uh, let me highlight it. Okay. Says that not offering specifics Dash told the Daily Mail in a combination of video and print remarks that she was sorry. Things
Okay.
that I did say that I should not have said them the way I said them. They were arrogant and prideful and angry.
Oh, really?
And that's who Stacy was, but that's not who Stacy is now.
Oh,
Stacy's someone who has compassion, empathy. Yeah, yeah. Like a lot of our women, no, a lot of women that are melanated, they fall short on compassion and empathy. Like for black men, you know.
yeah.
Okay,
A sign that it's real.
okay. Let me read this shit right here. She says, uh, "I live my life being angry, which it which is what I was on Fox News.
Uh-huh.
I was the angry conservative black woman. And
Uh-huh.
at that time in my life, it was who I was. So basically, she was a token.
Right. So basically she taking her ass over
Yeah,
MSNBC.
she yeah, yeah. And I mean, she got dropped as a pundit in 2017. And then she can't, like, remember when Chris Rock hosted, like, what
Right.
was it, the Academy Awards, the Oscars or something like that? Yeah, he
Uh-huh.
hosted that, and that was around the time that Jada Pinkett Smith, she made that viral video talking about black people need, like,
Yeah, Oscar so
she
white.
really, Jada Pinkett, yeah, Oscar, so yeah, the whole Oscar so white thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jada Pinkett was just salty because Will Smith didn't get nominated for anything for concussion.
I mean,
But
listen.
Chris Rock hosted, and he brought Stacey Dash out, and she said Black Lives Matter. Like it was like the words were punching their way out of her mouth. That was that look on her face. That was that look on her face, and it seemed to me that it was obligatory. You know, so
Right.
I mean, what year was that? That was actually. Let me see. I'm trying to think about what year that was. Damn, that was 2016. Wow, these years are getting by.
Okay.
But yeah, that was 2016. That was before she got let go. So they might have let her go because of that.
Mhm.
Be, be,
Okay.
and it was like it was so like I heard so much sarcasm in her voice. But she called herself an angry black woman. Ooh.
Hey,
I mean
you gotta
that
salute her
is
on that one. You know what I'm saying?
that
You gotta own it
that
first to do something about it, you know.
that right there is desperation. that that I mean, you have got to admit. I mean, nice try, girl. But do you agree that we would like very well like not even have anything to say about her being at the cookout?
Nah, because I mean, you gotta understand something. Black folks like to be comfortable and they like to be in the mix by any means necessary. Hence the whole, you know what I'm saying, vicarious, you know what I'm saying, living and all that. Anybody that can get them in the mix, you know, it is what it is, you know. Like the whole 5150 thing. And you know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying, I'm a day one over there, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't watched since, you know what I'm saying, that Corey had his bomb drop. You know what I'm saying? Just went at everybody and shit. It's like, oh, really, dog? You know what I'm saying? Integrity means something, right? But you be surprised how many people integrity don't mean nothing too. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Rick Ross shit. Or the rapper known as Rick Ross, whatever that, you know what I'm saying, whatever that nigga real name is. You know
That,
what I'm saying? He
that,
exposed
that
some.
dude, he struggled with that accent and coming to America.
Oh, he was in. I ain't watched it yet, dog. So he was in it, huh?
Yeah, Rick Ross was in it. Coming to America is
Yeah.
very loaded with stars, but I will give
Wow.
you a little non-spoiler.
Okay,
I will.
is it loaded with stars like the movie Get Shorty or something like that?
It is very star heavy. Let me give you some names.
I hate
I
those
mean,
things.
I know. I know. Well, unless you want to be surprised.
Mm. No. I
But
don't mind. I don't mind spoilers because I read,
okay,
so fuck it. So I can
all
still
right,
take the shit in, take in the
okay.
context or whatever.
All right, so for y'all who don't want to know anything about Coming to America 2, I'm not going to give away any spoilers. In fact, I thought about doing a review video on it. You
Yeah.
know, non-spoiler, is over the top. I would say a lot of the comedy was over the top. The movie,
Uh,
this movie right here is a lot sillier than Coming to America, meaning that
uh,
there were tons of callbacks. I like the way somebody said it. I forgot where I read this. Coming to America is a celebration of the original Coming to America.
yeah,
They
but from what I saw in the stills and what I saw in the commercials, that shit had a real Norbit feel to it. You know what I mean? As far as like how the silliness of Norbit was, that's what
e-
it kind of feel like.
yeah, it was it was kind of silly
Ah,
because like I thought like even though the barbershop scene, the barbers were really good in the
right.
first Coming to America, they were in this film as well. And everybody knows goddamn well that all of the motherfuckers should have been dead. even, even if they are even if they are even if they are comical characters, even if
Yeah.
they are, because what I try to say, it's a comedy, it's a comedy, it's a comedy. I kept telling myself it's a comedy because the first Coming to America was a comedy, but 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 it was an R-rated comedy. It was
Right,
an
right.
R-rated comedy, and you could it was more, even though Zamunda was fictional, the way it was presented when it came to Queens and all that stuff
Right.
um, was more believable than this
Yeah.
movie right here. I
Yeah.
mean, Wesley Snipes, he plays this. Remember Colonel Izzy? He
Yeah.
introduced Vanessa Bell Calloway.
Yeah.
Um, Wesley Snipes plays a character called General Easy.
Okay.
Which
Colonel Easy's
likely
brother.
he's
He's his
no
brother.
Colonel. No, no,
He's
no.
he's
Colonel
he's
Easy.
in the family.
Colonel Easy's son.
Oh, he's
Yeah, I
his
mean, think
son.
about it. Yeah, yeah.
Easy.
Think about it. Think about it. 30 years between the two Coming to Americas. General Easy is easily Colonel Easy's son.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, yeah. Like, I like Wesley Snipes' character. Yeah, I felt like he did pretty cool. But the
So basically, I
whole
gotta get really blazed to watch this shit and to really enjoy it. Because if I just go in, you know what I'm saying, square brain or whatever, it might piss me off due to
Yeah,
the
and I
the,
don't.
the
And anybody that hasn't watched Coming to America yet, I don't want
yeah,
y'all to have any like prejudgments or predispositions. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the guy who plays Akeem's illegitimate son
right.
is a drag queen in real life.
Okay. Okay. All right,
I
Eddie.
thought I thought he did good in the role. I mean, but like, and you'll see, Coming to America is more of it's an over the top comedy. It's fan service. I would say it's more fan service than a sequel to me. You
No, don't
know,
say that. Damn.
I mean, it's a sequel, but I feel like for all the callbacks,
Mm.
but it's like the movie's PG-13,
Oh,
and it was
fuck.
kind of an agenda based film,
I
kind
don't
of
want no
from
fun.
one.
I don't want no fan service shit with that. That's
No,
like
no, no,
if
no,
Mortal
no.
Kombat did that. Like with Mortal Kombat 2, straight up fucking fan service. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you talking Mortal? Well, I mean, I would say the
Annihilation.
comparison. I would say that yeah, the comparisons are legit, but Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat wasn't that great a film itself. So you went from not that great to horrible. So with this, but with Coming to America and Coming to America,
Yeah.
you went from legendary to, oh, it was funny. in a lot of parts. you know that,
Ah,
and I mean, like, and the agenda stuff. I mean, is the
yeah.
whole. It was like the movie was apologizing for the Arsenio Hall's preacher character because like it was a
Whoa,
couple times in the yeah, yeah, he was in the film, but it was like they called him sexist like twice.
okay.
Uh,
So based off of the first
yeah,
movie, that's some
yeah, based
bullshit.
off the first movie.
That's some bullshit.
Like, yeah, some bullshit because R-rated films were R-rated films in the 80s. That's
Yeah,
just what they
yeah,
were.
yeah.
And I mean, like, women in swimsuit competitions, wasn't that? I mean, it wasn't like it was.
I mean,
it
shit,
was a bad thing,
and part of the culture, we had Jet motherfucking magazine page 43. Get the fuck out
man.
of here. That's a part of the
Man,
culture.
I remember like two of the most beautiful women I ever seen in the Jet Beauty section. I'm like,
You know what I
ooh.
mean? Shit, nigga,
Like,
look, nigga, first page was 43,
I mean,
cuz.
I still
Very
remember
first
the
page.
women.
Every
Man.
time they bought that joint in. She's
Yeah,
from Atlanta.
hell
She
yeah,
went
man. I mean,
to
I remember I was. Yeah, I remember like we used to get Jet magazine in the school library when I was in elementary school. It was like
Word.
when they first came in, that was the first page I went to. Sometimes that page was gone. I was like, these motherfuckers. And, and I went to Catholic school in elementary.
Oh
So I
shit.
mean, like honestly, man, if you think about back then and now, man, this place has gotten fucking soft. like it,
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, I miss the 80s so much, dude. I was thinking
look,
about that shit the other day. It was
the '80s was
the raw,
savage.
yeah, raw, you know what I mean? But look, everything, all action movies
Eddie Murphy
contain
raw,
at
man.
least.
But see,
Go ahead.
yeah, 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 raw and delirious. Eddie Murphy had to end up apologizing for them. Because
Ain't that a bit?
the first 30 minutes of Delirious, like he was like, what, like the first question, you ever wonder what happened? Like he was like, the first question, well, you ever wonder what happened to Mr. T was a F
Yeah,
word?
yeah.
And I mean, like, it it got wow, it got like Eddie Murphy would hit the stage and like he would be at 100 in no time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he had to end up apologizing for it though.
Man,
He just
that's that bullshit. I heard Redman. I think Redman was talking about one time he had to apologize for some shit that he said back in 1992 when he was like motherfucking 19, 20, 21, or whatever. And it's like, wait a minute, how the fuck you gonna apologize for that shit now, later on, in an aspect of as if you didn't understand where you was coming from and you didn't thoroughly, you know what I'm saying, convey where you was coming from with that. And in that time period with some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's that's odd, dude. That's just odd. So inviting to the cookout. So you said that Prince
I think that
Harry.
it's just a real yeah. Well, this whole I just use Prince Harry as an example because cause Vivica A. Fox was like Prince Harry is light skinned and he's switched over to the black side and I'm like, this is a dude that used to wear swastikas on his arm.
And he's and wait a minute. What did he do that caused him to switch over to the chitlin circuit?
He stood up for his black wife.
Ain't that a bitch? Okay. Black. I thought she was mixed.
Man, like that is a very light mix. It's like imagine like a 5-gallon tub of flour, and you throw in
Mhm.
a cup of cocoa powder. That's probably the mixture right there.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
Cause her mother was mixed. Like one of her parents were white, And she decided that when she married, she would go with white instead of black. So
Well,
out
ain't no
came Megan.
problem with that. But my thing is, why the hell is okay? What is black people trying to? What is black women trying to associate to her? Then, so her mother is half and half, right?
Because I mean, if you see a picture of her mother's brown skin, so her mother's
Okay.
gonna pass for black. Her mother gonna pass for black
All right.
all day long.
So they going
It's
through
just
her
that
mother.
Meghan Markle has never. Meghan Markle, Meghan, that incident with Meghan Markle said how the British royal family treats her. That
Right.
was probably. It's probably safe to say that was her first black experience. Because because no one has ever seen her advocate for black. She always advocate for feminism, which I think feminism is about as anti-black as you can get outside of being a Klansman.
so so so
But
so 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 she was saying that the royal people were racist to her.
yes, they're treating her all kinds of ways. There's actually a royal publication that has a cartoon of the Queen putting a knee on Meghan Markle's neck while she's laying down to resemble the George Floyd. They the 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 they they shaded her skin color.
Wait, dog, wait, you can't move past that. Hold up, wait a minute. It was a royal decree to put that bitch. You said it was a royal
It,
magazine.
I mean, shoot, it was a British magazine. I mean,
What
but it's
the fuck is that? That's crazy.
man, man. But
Holy
then they
shit.
shaded her. They shaded the caricature of Meghan Markle like dark, like brown skin.
Yeah,
Like
they sent a message, nigger. You ain't want it. Oh, excuse me, nigger, you're not wanted.
oh yeah, yeah. But in that video, in that video I made earlier this week called Royal Pains, talking
Mhm.
about the interview and stuff, I
Right.
said the British monarch is just as stupid as some of us over here. Uh, you know, holding
You-
her, I guess, accountable for her blackness or trying to make her black. I mean, all I'm saying is she's very, very passable. I mean, for a white person, and
Yeah, but with them, it makes sense. It makes sense because you got to remember the one thing that they dislike about our blood is the fact that they got to fight for dominance over it. So with her being there, and you have, I'm saying, everybody, I guess, is pure there, whatever pure means to them, and she's there, and they know she's not pure in there, I'm saying, amongst them. And they gotta probably feel a certain level of inferiority because starting to love her like they did. What's that white chick name who got killed in the crash? Um.
to my Prince Diana.
Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna get projected to that status now, especially since they kicked them out. Holy shit! It's
But
it's
I
like
don't think
it's
I
doing it
don't
again.
think anything's gonna. I don't think anything that severe is gonna happen to Meghan Markle, though. I mean, you never know. But
Uh,
but wasn't Diana with somebody else besides Prince Charles at the time?
I
Like
don't
was
know,
she
but
the time of her
if I
death?
was in the Illuminati and running shit, that's what I would do. I would use I would use him for a ritual.
The Illuminati. Be careful, man. You're going back. You're going back to tinfoil hat days.
Look, all that shit means the richest people running shit. It don't mean nothing else other than that.
Yeah, yeah. Kareem Henry makes a point down here.
Mm,
Uh, like they not pure royal legacy of inbreeding. Pure royal legacy of inbreeding. Yeah, yeah.
facts.
That's yeah, yeah. They had a practice like historically of British monarchies. They would like fuck each other just to keep it in the bloodline. And what will happen is when you inbreed like that, then it's like the chromosomes start smashing up against each other, and
Telephone.
yeah,
Telephone.
pretty much. Yeah, you, you might have a puffy face. You might have one eye that opens a little bit more than the other. But definitely inside your head, you're going. If it happens enough times, or really depending on how potent your bloodline is, there's going to be mental imbalances. There's going to be things. You're going to be mentally unstable. And
you
yeah,
have,
there.
you have a lot of butters.
and, and sadly enough, man, look, and sadly enough, I would say this about a lot of enclaves that we have across the black community, like
Right.
especially like
Oh,
people
definitely.
like, and you can say this about podunk redneck towns too.
Yeah.
People who won't leave the town ever.
Right.
Yeah, they don't even they don't even keep up with their family lineages. So a cousin might run into another cousin, don't know who they are, and then boom, baby.
Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah. That's why, like, Tennessee, that's very dangerous. Like, you know, all those. There's like about 5 or 6 guys that made about over 200 kids.
Okay.
That is very fucked up
How many?
because,
How many dudes?
like, it's like about. I ain't gonna even say 5 or 6. I'll probably say closer to 10 dudes, and they made like over 200, maybe 250 kids, like
Damn.
between all of them. So
Swinging,
what
man.
is what is the chances of cousins running into each other, not knowing who each other is, but they start having sex and then they get pregnant? Like they're like
Completely.
I will always notice, like, in a lot of like hood neighborhoods that I would say hood neighborhood, a lot of hood neighborhoods I go into, like where the families have been there a while, they had them little puffy face kids, and they'll treat you like you better than them just because I don't know, they don't even know why sometimes. You know, is and I do empathize with that because they were dealt a fucked up hand. They were. And
Yeah.
like and it's like if you have that kind of connection to your people, you will have a little empathy for them. But you know, those are the ones that turn violent very quickly because you
Yeah.
know a lot of those kids don't have a father around.
Right.
Yeah,
So in regards to, you know, the British Parliament and everything, I mean, you know what I'm saying, how many generations you think they could go to where they you know, still creating these chaos copies of themselves that can hold a semblance of government? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like that they don't rock like that no more in the whole aspect of, well, you know, the inbreeding. Obviously they ain't trying
I
to,
think
but
once I think once science became a factor, they probably thinned that bloodline back out. But you know, they came on, but that kind of inbreeding came on someone's dumbass belief. You know that oh, we keep it in the family, we keep the bloodline pure. No, that's not a pure bloodline. That is a very fucked up chromosome ass
Come
bloodline
here,
that you
dear
trying to
sister.
create.
Come here, dear sister, so we can preserve our bloodline.
Oh Jesus!
oh, that's a trip. That's a trip. So
Yeah.
she ain't even, you know, half black. I thought maybe she was half black, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, sisters was claiming her as hard as it is. But she ain't even half. Yeah, she had the picnic like a motherfucker too. Shit, what's that access? You hit your mute on your headset, fam.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just kind of looking at Facebook right now. Somebody's trying to get. You know, I face something on Facebook every week.
Right.
You know, it'll always be something I said, and then he'd say, oh, motherfuck you, motherfuck. Like, okay, well, motherfuck you too.
Nah,
I'm gonna be.
you be igniting folks, cuz obviously your Facebook post, you be
Oh
igniting.
shit. Oh shit. I forgot me and you are Facebook friends.
I'm like, damn, yeah,
Oh
it be
god.
pissing people off. I mean, look, the shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's logic, it's rational. Is it's just that it destroys folks' illusion right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? You don't do
Man,
snooze kicking.
yeah, man. I'm just beginning to develop a real disdain for Facebook right now because it's like I feel like that, and this made me being a little paranoid. I think it's destroying the black community, whatever semblance of the black community. If you're on Facebook, man, you see a lot of stupid ass shit said by black folks, and
Oh, definitely. So, and that's why we have to get out of the mind state, sadly, that we are a monolith. We really ain't, because this is my thing, right? If you have tribalism all over the world in some form, how is it that we would be, what I'm saying, avoided of that over here in the States? You know what I'm saying? We got our own type of tribalism, but we also got an aspect of tribalism based off of the class system set up, what I'm saying, by the society. Black people embody that shit. So you have motherfuckers that embody the hood 100%, just hood. You have folks that embody, what I'm saying, middle class, high class, and so on. I think due to those distinction of those class systems and the way that black people embody such class systems, that takes us out of being a fucking monolith, because you have certain aspects of instrumental beneficial selections that are to be selected by all of them that ain't being selected by all of them. You know what I mean? And we think that black thing, black has become like a monolithic adjective in and of itself, but it don't. I don't know. It keeps getting splintered and sub context in amongst itself the further that we progress within this society. So you know what I'm saying? It's that whole lumping us up together thing. I think that's a big issue, because some motherfuckers, for some reason, I'd have been around some people who just won't make the right decisions, the right easy fucking decisions. Like, wait a minute. This is an easy motherfucking decision. How you ain't able to make the right easy decision or the easy right decision? You ain't a monolith, man.
not at all. Apparently, I
Mm-mm.
would like on my like in a perfect world.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
I would definitely like to see more solidarity and less counterproductivity. It's like we
Facts.
don't have to think under the same accord. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's ever going to 100% agree. I don't care what anyone says, but to be counterproductive to fight against that effort should be treasonous. I would say.
Ooh, well put. Well put.
Yeah, it
Well
should be
put.
treasonous, but unfortunately for a lot of us, it isn't. Is it drives me up. Like, the reason why I do post the way I post on Facebook is because the mentality of blacks on that blue app drives me up the fucking wall. It does. It drives me up the fucking wall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unarchive my group in probably about the next month or so, and I
Yeah.
do invite all of you with a Facebook account to participate in that Facebook group, because you'll see what brought me to YouTube. Just and then, like, once I put you in the group, just type my name in the search engine to see how I used to talk to folks. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just that I see a lot of stupidity, and like
That's
what I was
wild.
taught, like I'm too old to be trying to troll people and shit. I think trolling is something that I think that should be a young adult thing, but I don't know. I just got drove to it.
Yeah, look. When you
It
see
is.
certain levels of idiocy, it fucks with you, because it's not that you're judging. It's just that you're seeing it at levels to where you know that it don't have to be that high of percentage of idiocy. It ain't got to be that damn high. So motherfuckers can be in, poor sectors of society and make, constructive decisions, refined decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's just that motherfuckers get off. And this is the thing with the social media. It's the attention, right? I think what they did was that they broke into the mind of chicks and they aligned the inner workings of this social media by how a chick rationalized and and logicize and all that shit based off of the whole acceptance thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of times why they do something is because they want to be accepted. That's what's laced all within the social media shit. The likes, they want to be liked and everything. They'll switch all kind of things about themselves so that they're liked, even though they might not like what they have to switch. In an aspect of them, not being real with one another, in an aspect of telling, holding each other accountable and shit. Motherfuckers say whatever the fuck they want to say. Yap, 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 yap. 50,000 words a motherfucking day and ain't even got nowhere closer to the solution to the problem that they present or whatever. The whole thing is laced in attention. And if you have folks that are getting attention, and remember, it's set up by motherfuckers who also did the slot machines and all that shit. That shit is designed to be, addictive, but addictive through, them endorphin releases. Now, if you got a whole gang of idiots getting endorphin releases.
Yeah, man.
It's like, wait a minute. The only thing that stops a motherfucker from yielding to high amounts of frequent endorphin releases is discipline. So if you encounter some motherfucking idiots, more than likely discipline ain't gonna be a part of that character, right? And the fact that it gets so easy and easier, like what was okay. So these cats is big now doing this shit. But I remember when they first drop out, they made that song Ratchet. There was some cross-dressing niggas, you know what I'm saying? And so, acting like black chicks, whatever, and that Ratchet song dropped. I forgot whatever it was. My ex-wife had a friend who she said the word. I had never heard the word before she said it. She's like, oh, they just ratchet. They ratchet. They do this. And she said it like 3-4 times in a row. And I never heard the word before. It's like, I don't know, 2012, 2011. I think Patrice O'Neal just died some shit. And I'm asking, I'm like, look, what are you talking about? So then she showed us the video. I'm like, oh shit. So this shit done picked up like that in an aspect of, you could tell that they were doing an overt parody about black women, but black women was embracing that shit all across the board. So it's like, all right, in the aspect of the idiocy behind it, it's like they should be offended, but they ain't offended because, hey, it's some attention. Hey, it's getting some likes. Hey, it's about me, but it's negative. Yeah, but it's about me. A lot of people liking this negative thing about me. All right, but it's negative. It don't matter, but they like it. Yeah, but it's negative. Shit. Good luck.
Oh, yeah. People say the most illogical fucking crap just for likes, man. It's so mind numbing. It really is.
Tell me.
News One had an article. I might pull it up. Stacey Dash wants to be invited back to the cookout. Oh man!
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, for what? She and what? And then why even make, like, with News One? News One is a black publication, right?
Right.
Supposedly. All right. Why even make it like invited to the cookout? All she said was. Hey, hold on 1 second. Somebody was calling me. I mean, but all she said was she was going to support Biden. Like, she was going to recognize Biden as president. And, she made a lot of mistakes and she said a lot of things. That's all she said. She did not say anything about, please forgive me, black people. No, she did not.
Wait, she said she was going to recognize Biden as president?
Yeah, because you know what? That's their Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe.
Okay, but what is her not recognizing him as president? What does that mean to her constituency? Like, That's my thing. It's like, who is she? Who is she apologizing to? The Democratic Party? Is she Democrat? You know what I'm saying? What?
That's unconfirmed. That like I said, the article said she wasn't very specific, but she just said
See,
she
this is
said a
what
lot of
makes
stuff.
Twitter dangerous. This is what makes Twitter dangerous because you can be a person of influence and put some type of arbitrary fucking message out there, and people just, you know what I'm saying, assign it where they wish to assign it. And it, you know what I'm saying, either fuel or defuel something. That's all on tweet. You know what I'm saying? I don't do no Twitter. It's just crazy.
Shit is crazy. But we got Y Skinner up here. Y Skinner Man Cave. What's going on, guy?
Peace.
Hey man, how y'all doing?
We're
Chilling.
good. And see, before you get started, man, I got a super chat I want to read out real quick. Sun is hot raw. Thank you for the support. Says, sup, Kevin, that thumbnail of Prince dragging up Harry. I'm literally dying with laughter over here. Like I was trying, like I said, I googled that shit. I tried to find something, and when I saw that, I said, "That's the winner right there." I might use it again in the future just because it's so funny. I really wish I knew how to draw that good, but I don't. That's why other people are around to do it for me. So, thank you for the super chat. Now, Y Skinner, what's up?
Hey man, Stacey Dash she said she was just an angry person.
She said she was an angry conservative black woman.
Yeah,
That's where dismissing herself. Get the fuck out of it. It's good. It's a good move, but
that's her excuse. I
Mhm.
was just an angry.
See, and that's that bullshit because now anger don't mean shit. Everybody tends to, you know what I'm saying, tends to do anger like that. It's the one emotion that you're not permitted to express. You can't express anger in nothing because then people start assuming hate, they assume bigotry, they assume racism, sexism, all them other isms and shit. And it's like nah, you know, nothing wrong with being angry. If she was pro-Trump to that degree, what's wrong with it? I mean, shit. He obviously, since he had all that support in the beginning, you know, I guess it wasn't real. I guess it was you know, temporary support for everyone that was supporting the motherfucker. Because now everybody being quiet and shit.
Yeah, you know that Avery. What's her last name?
Shook.
Avery. I can't think of her last name. She said she had anger issues too.
Oh God.
She even has a picture of when she was angry at the gym. And then she has another picture beside of it that looks so much better when she wasn't angry.
You said at the gym? At the gym.
Yeah, you know, she works out.
The workout place. The fitness spot.
The fitness spot. Yeah.
You supposed to get angry at the gym. What the fuck?
Anger is a motivation to get through the gym. You know, I know I think of some shit that make me mad when I'm trying to push weight. I mean,
I watched the Rodney King tape, cuz. Hell, you know what I'm saying?
dude, last night before I did the broadcast, I watched Judas and the Black Messiah.
Right.
Very powerful film, but it's one of those films. I'll just say that. It's like I hadn't felt that. I hadn't felt that angry.
Yeah.
I hadn't felt angry about a film since 12 Years a Slave. I actually watched 12 Years a Slave. Man, like
that's a good movie though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I wish I would.
12 Years a Slave. Oh God! It just the movie to me had a couple of issues. The biggest issue to me was the white savior.
What?
That was the biggest issue. Yeah,
but the savior is a pack of wood. All right, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, the savior.
Yeah. The savior is a pack of wood. But yeah, let me read let me read Nick Orr's comment, and then I'm gonna answer Sonny's Hot Raw's question. Nick, or the black community is in a constant state of confusion with navigating the nuances of racial politics. Even the disenfranchised white person tends to navigate racial politics than smart black people.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, they do. I mean, an example of that is, how Republicans pay attention to all of the Podot towns because they know that that's where they're going to get a lot of their votes from. And the Podot towns really are enclaves of inbreeding and stupidity, especially with the whole, racist redneck shit, and they, no matter what, they're just like us. They're gonna vote against their best interests as long as they can identify with the politician, somewhat. Where the and when you're talking race, you're basically talking skin color.
Yeah, and when you're talking Trump, you're talking Santa Claus. he was their political Santa Claus, dog. If you ever went in any of these rural areas, I should wonder what the fuck is the appeal with this dude. And you would see, you know what I'm saying, paper mache statues of this dude. You see posters, stickers. It was a lot of Trump paraphernalia that was, you know what I'm saying, around East Texas and shit, Texarkana and shit. And it hit me like, oh, okay, he's a political Santa Claus,
Oh yeah. Sun is hot raw. Is there any particular reason why you chose that thumbnail, Kevin? Yeah, number one, it was funny. Number two, the whole trying to invite Prince Harry to the cookout is because he married one drop Meghan Markle. I'm just thinking that I shared a sentiment with the other prince, although I wouldn't seek the violent solution. Like to me, you just don't belong at the cookout anyway. But because we vicariously live through who the media tells us is black, we trying to invite this dude to the cookout. But Hybrid Impact 83. Did anybody see the UFC main event? Yeah, I haven't. I don't know if anybody on the panel has. But but you can answer me one question. Who won between Miocic and Francis Ngannou? Because Francis Ngannou is a knockout artist, but when he comes against anybody that has any kind of technique about them, he falls short. And like when first time he fought Stipe Miocic, he fell short because Stipe wasn't playing that shit. But
so
like Francis Ngannou
is fighting sluggers, huh?
Yeah. And Francis Ngannou will outslug a lot of motherfuckers. Like his last fight, he just totally destroyed the guy. Yeah. I mean, but I wonder, did he do the same thing to Stipe? But it did, or did Stipe show him up again? But let me read the comment for anybody. Did anybody see the UFC main event? That boy Leon Edwards looked sharp and was dominating the fight, but in round two, he instantly poked Bilal's eyes, super aggressive, and Bilal was literally crying because he knew they would stop the fight. He couldn't open his eye, and it was bloody. Okay,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it was an accident. I'm sure it was.
No crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball.
Their first fight, Hybrid Impact 83. Their first fight went the distance. They haven't fought yet. Francis Ngannou is better now. His gas tank is better too. Francis Ngannou is a beast. But he did also fight Derek Lewis. Now that's a rematch I want to see. I like Derek Lewis, and like is okay. But let me see. Chaos Rain is up here. Go ahead, get the floor, buddy. What's going on?
What's up, Kev? A lot of things has been said. No one takes Vivica Fox really seriously at this age. But I think one thing I find interesting, before you did the show, you did the post on a particular other YouTuber that posted something. And I'm surprised you caught that. I did attend that live stream. And to be honest with you, I was very disgusted in a way, but as expected, the outcome, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't feel like anybody that says that bullshit deserves a pass. I mean, I understand that there are consequences to saying folks' names sometimes, but I
Mhm.
felt like that was totally necessary because now stop trying to isolate straight black men as this villainous group of men that don't care about black people. Your ass wouldn't be here without straight black men. Period. It's like so, and I mean, like, I'm not saying that because I want to isolate every other group of black people within the black community. I'm not saying that
Mhm.
because of that, but it's pretty obvious they're pushing a stupid ass rhetoric right now. And it's like, okay, since we all, if you want to get a little ignorant, I get a little ignorant too. It's like, I understand that they are doing it for attention. They probably all of them probably sexually frustrated or oversexed, and everybody know about them or whatever. And it's just like they just have this extreme hatred for brothers because brothers are telling the motherfucking truth out here. I understand that. Yeah, like I said, I always will tell people I understand that there are weirdos, but that's pretty weird and slow to say that straight black men are white people to black people, especially with me being a man from Alabama whose parents not only participated in the civil rights movement and had to go through all that racist shit that they were dishing out, my grandparents as well. They were going through a bunch of racist shit. My granddaddy he couldn't find an opportunity over here because everything was so fucking racist in Montgomery, Alabama. So he had to join the military. And yeah, he glad he did it. He took care of his family, took care of his mother, took no, not his mother. He took care of his wife, her mother, and his 3 children with that shit. Black men do what we got to do. And yes, my grandfather was very heterosexual. So if he would have ever hear you say, straight black men are the white people, he'd probably laugh at you real quick and give you a Bible verse to shove up your ass. But I mean, dude, I mean, honestly, I don't play that shit at all. I don't. Do not call a black man a white man, especially after all of this history. And a lot of the women say that because, a lot of black men say stuff like, hey, you know what? We don't like blonde weave.
But see, my
We say
thing
stuff like
is,
that.
what's the whiteness that we're supposed to be exhibiting there? If let's say that, all right, we are the white, you know what I'm saying, folks or black people, whatever. What element of whiteness is it that we have over every other person of color?
Well, let's go deeper. Where are you seeing this community is really a patriarchy? I'll wait.
Facts.
That's the biggest question we should ask. And I'm gonna tell you,
Yes.
Kev, let me ask you a deep question. Did you even watch that stream? Just to be just clarification.
I saw the thumbnail.
I watched from front to the end, and I was part of that stream.
You
And
watched the stream from beginning to end.
yeah, and I was a part of it. Just letting you know. That's why I asked that question. I'm not going detail because I want people to really throw off what we're talking about. Just be fair and honest. Yeah.
Okay, you were a part of it. Okay, I mean, that doesn't mean that you agree with the sentiment. I mean,
No, I mean,
Uh,
I'll tell you insight because I just thought the title with it, the clickbait. I had to sit there and really not only listen but take part, see if that was the case. And from this particular person, it's not really the case. But one thing I've discovered when the women started to come up, they have a different perspective, which is expected because you think about the people that were on there, the same echo chambers that it's really relevant.
yeah,
Irrelevant.
Sun is Hot Raw. It was not her broadcast, but she was on that broadcast. So Chaos Reign.
Yeah,
Do
go
you
ahead.
think that? Do you think that I wasn't fair in my assessment of Irene Yvette when I called her a stupid bitch?
I saw the post, but if you were talking more in detail in the stream, I can't give it an answer. I just listened to now. I'm not sure what was the rhetoric, but if you feel that way, that is your opinion and you're valid in your argument. You get me?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I mean, like I said,
I'm not.
I'm never.
Yeah, To be honest with you, I'm not gonna go back and forth with certain people if that's what they view. That's the decision you came to the conclusion. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go back and forth. I don't waste time to go back and forth. But I see what she was doing, and the outcome was pretty much expected. You know. But I'll tell you one thing: it got some views. That's a damn sure fact. Over that.
Maybe she needed to be a little controversial. I mean, you know, I've done some really funny titles myself, but I just don't tolerate anything, any kind of rhetoric like that being pushed.
But
So
I will say this: there's something up here. The women that you know I'm talking about, that think otherwise and think that black men have a lot of control, and that black men are doing too much for black men. I look at them and say, you know, maybe so, but at the end of the day, if you got a man that is on your side or not, then you're ass out as a woman. You get me? You could sit there, bitch, and complain about men all day, every day, but you're not gonna get a different outcome as a woman. For those who even got a black man, and even one particular so-called content creator was very much controversial in regards to my views about the alternate lifestyle. I find that very odd that how y'all talking about one particular content creator that is a homosexual, but get mad at a man that I don't agree or must advocate for people that are in that lifestyle and they want to be replacement of you in dress, attitude, etc. It's contradiction. It's confusion at the end of it. You get me? And I don't, as a man, as a grown fucking man, I don't take you fucking ass fucking serious. You get me? For whatever you revert, the only reason why you mention about this particular content creator is because he's not kissing and telling you what you want to fucking hear. And be honest with you, I want what this man is doing right now to keep doing it because the pressure needs to be applied. And another thing up here, mentioning this, they had one young little stupid bitch on here talking about certain things about what these men do in the manosphere space. And I'm gonna tell you personally, I want the men to continue to do what the fuck they're doing. You get me?
The big bad black man is here.
I'm saying this because
I'm so hurt because of the black manosphere. I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue, Chaos.
Yeah, right? and the reason why I say it's because there needs to apply pressure because a lot of women think for the last decade that the men were controlling the upward pyramid and changing the mindset of these males. And I'll be honest and personally, to be as a grown man, and I know you guys have children, if your child is spending more time on social media and on YouTube, and you're not putting your input as a parent enough to combat what is being put out here, you have fucking failed as a fucking parent. And this is what happens when men are not involved in their fucking children's life, especially their sons and their daughters. Because now, when we leave it to y'all, y'all don't do no fucking parent. You let your children do what the fuck they want to do so you can continue to occupy your no goodness. And when your child becomes a certain age and start looking at reality and listen to streams like this to get the perception of what they watch and get an understanding of reality, that is your fucking fault as a parent, bitch. You get me? And I'll be honest with you. I know most parents not fair, but I'll be personally honest that if we want a different outcome for our children, if we're in their life, we gotta do what's necessary. And TV, social media should not be your teachers of your fucking children. Hell, the school system is even failing now as we speak. Look at like children that's in school doing this virtual learning. What I'm hearing now, they're failing.
Wait, hold up. That's part of the independence, though.
Yeah,
I get understand when they say they independent.
Yeah.
They independent from everything. They independent from the children, the man, the family, each other. They act like they got each other back. They don't got each other back like that.
But let's listen. The reason I'm saying this right now to y'all guys, that it shows you that school was always a daycare to children, especially boys. So when the boys are inadequate and they don't be at level, it's because you're not doing what's necessary to get the best out of your sons. So when your sons come to these spaces and listen for answers, what the fuck do you expect? You get me? You see, we always complain about the community, and we know that the people that need the most need is the boys. So if you're a mother and you have sons, you know you should do what's necessary so your sons come out of this world proper instead they come out of this world fuck up.
Facts.
You get me? Other race of people, regardless of how this circumstance, they know the importance of putting emphasis and time and resource to their fucking boys. Why is it when we know when black community is a different scenario? I hear fucking excuse.
Because when it comes to the source of rigidity, they don't want it coming from the black man. They don't want structure. If they don't want the rigidity, that means they don't want the structure. But they do crave a structure so that they can get into a flow of receiving. You know what I'm saying? Being able to take care of home or whatever they feel is important. That's where the matrix comes in. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle of whose system. But the thing is, you know, they ain't supposed to be going with the one that they with. It's still against them, but they can, you know what I'm saying, put themselves under some kind of illusion or, you know what I'm saying, jingetsu or whatever. And tell themselves a lie. Look, I guess the inside of the house was very, very comfortable for those who was on the inside of that motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You notice how black people are told that they we only be told we only have to be told that we're oppressed to feel oppressed, but we don't really tackle anything that's any kind of real oppression. It's like, say for instance that, black women say that black men oppress them. How? You'd never get a straight answer. How are black men oppressing you? How? How are we oppressing you? With words? With YouTube channels? With Facebook posts?
And how are we oppressing you in a way that a white folk wouldn't say that shit?
And the one question
mechanism.
And let me ask you a question, Kev. It's good for you to mention that about how is black men oppressing black women. I'll wait. Now, the only reason these women will explain is they talk about something in fucking slavery and all this dumb shit. But I'm talking about we're in the 21st century. How are you oppressed now? You have more liberty and freedom than any other woman on the face of the planet. America gives you this luxury. And
America gives them power to oppress their children. I mean, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Well, when they talk about say they are pressing all this stupid shit, they're gonna have to really drive it through. And if someone beating your ass, then hey, that's the least of your problem about oppression. You get me? You call the fucking police, like everything else. That's why I don't really deal with this little stupid about the oppression Olympics when it comes to our people. You get me? It's like they're looking for some crime and I'm a victim, all this bullshit. Well, you do somebody, bitch. Real talk. If you're in an abusive relationship, like anything, you better have a track record. You better call the fucking police to do something. Well, all this other dumb shit about one black man's problem that you put on every black man, you need some fucking real psychiatric meds. You need to go see some fucking therapy. Real talk. But that's all I'm gonna say. Cause I'll be rambling. You know how I be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they look for any defense mechanism. That's what they look for. Anything to defend what the hell they doing wrong.
Yeah, there's a bunch of damn Vivicas running around this space. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But to sit there, I mean, like I said, I will always say, the most unprotected the most unprotected is not the black woman, it's the black child. Unfortunately, that's the importance of having dads around, because dads, granted that you choose correctly, dads are the biggest protectors. Fathers, guys who deserve that title, we are the biggest protectors in the black community. I mean, not that Pookie type now, not that one that they said was a warrior class. I'm talking about black fathers, assertive, good black men. We're good at that, and without that present, then leaving your children vulnerable and to all kinds of things.
But the thing is, that protection can't be expected. It must be ingratiated. But it can't be expected, because if it's expected, then that lowers the value and worth of that which is providing the protection.
Facts. Like, yeah, we don't want to create any entitlements here because really what's going on is we got these bad narratives going around. Like black men don't protect black women. Like we're supposed to be sentries and fucking constables, and you know, yeah, we're supposed to take time from protecting the women that's in our own families to come and protect you, who can't, you know, who gets yourself in dumbass situations and put your children in dumbass situations. There was an article, and then, you know, I've seen several cases like this. Mother starts dating a guy of questionable character, a compromised man. I mean, they fucking doesn't even leave her kid around. Like that doesn't even know the guy enough, but leaves her kid alone with the guy. And either one of two things happen. Either the child is taken advantage of, or he'll kill the kid. You know, they had a story like that this past week. And the girl that posted it in the sense of what's wrong with black men. You know, why they always killing the kid. It wasn't her fault. I say yes, it was her fault. She left her kid in a date. Huh? He left their kid.
See that shit? See that shit?
What does motherhood mean? What does motherhood? I tell you all the time. I think motherhood is a circumstance for them. It's not a rite of passage or a level for them to attain to. It's just a circumstance.
And then like my first thing when I see stories like that is you have to jump up and say, and I mean, like, you can treat it as obligatory as you want, but make sure you send the condolences to the family of the child victim. Like, nobody, like, they use child death to shame motherfuckers. And then that douchebag that asked me, why you so mad on Facebook today? That's why I'm mad. Every time I come on this app, I see stupid shit like that. And dudes like that see these posts too, and they ignore that shit. No accountability whatsoever fucking ever. Like, and a child, and child is as dead as all my grandparents are. Mm-hmm. And it's it's what's wrong with black men. Now let me tell you my assessment of that. Okay, if you leave your child around a dangerous person willingly, whether you were ignorant to it or not, whatever happens is your fault. Now, that person, yes, of course, it's their fault, and they should go to hell on fire. You know, they're not even burn in hell. Burn before you get to hell and burn after you get there. We do understand that, and that person will be punished. But why are we never trying to prevent these kinds of things from happening? An ounce of prevention. An ounce of prevention is worth more than
prevention means that they're going to have to listen to someone other than themselves. That's what prevention means. Look, the prevention means listening and permitting a structure to be set that they didn't set up, and trust in that structure to maintain the order that is desired.
All right. Let me give a shout out to Topaz Presents and Neo Nubian's Nuances. She says, greetings to BMBBH panel and chat. Hey, you can refer to me as Kev. And, you know, I follow her on Instagram. Very pretty smile. Very, very, you know, she seems like she's a cool person. Yeah, she's that sister type. You know, I don't know exactly her, you know, all of her views, but
Topaz cool. She has no problem.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure she is. She's here. That may go cool as fuck in my book. So yeah, she did try to chop my head off in one of the comment sections one time. I was like, look, just, you know, I don't think I got too disrespectful, but I mean, shoot, just be lucky you ran across me on YouTube and not Facebook. But
I would say this: your voice is very belying the type of content that you put on there. I'm like, wait, I would think you was putting that hard shit up. Like, yo, this nigga a gangster, cuz you don't sound like one. You know, I'm saying on the well.
Man, let me tell you something. Every time I see something stupid, I torture the motherfuckers, man. It just like, man, y'all niggas stupid. Like I call people losers today. I'm not. That's not nice at all. I said later, losers. I mean, oh my God, the old geriatric man is here. He needs prune juice, metal music. Yeah, you know, because when you get gray in your beard, that means that you're on your way to the grave and you need you're in a retirement home at age 40 plus. Man, shut the fuck up. Nigga, a bit like woman, like she like a girl got an ass pic in her profile picture trying to cuss me out, but she ain't got no fucking ass and got a tramp stamp. Bitch, don't talk to me. Like I don't know you. I don't know you.
Wow, how's she pulling that off?
I'm like, damn. I mean, dude, like, I'm talking about, like, if she laid on her stomach, man, you could eat a very stable dinner on her fucking ass. Like, let me plate flat, goddamn. I mean, you can sit a cup on it, but I mean, it's like a flat surface, man.
I don't know. Wait, do she got some potential where she could build a little something, or she just, you know what I'm saying, olive oil with that shit?
Hell no. I mean, I don't think there's enough gym. I don't think there's enough gym squats for her. Like, yeah, she put me out of a Facebook group. A group creator put me in. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I mean, it was like I said,
skinny, hateful bitch, huh? That was bony, hateful bitch.
I mean, she ain't even bony. She looked like she got a little weight on her, but still, like, just the ass is a pancake, man.
That's sad.
I mean, but let me not drag it down. Let me not drag it down too much, man. Let me not drag it down too much. I carry myself like a grown man on YouTube, but if you piss me off, I mean, it's like I'm human. Let's just put it like that.
She actually liked you, Kev. That's what it was.
But she liked me. Shit. I mean, well, no. I mean, I don't have to fuck everything with a vagina. I mean, shoot. That's what's wrong with brothers. Brothers just fuck anything, man. It's shoot. Like Eddie Griffin said in the first Deuce Bigelow, man, this dude will stick his dick in a he monkey. Like, dude, like a lot of these dudes are like that, man. I mean, like, have some dignity sometime, black man. I mean, shit. You could a conversation can bring you a gold mine. You know, a sentence will probably bring you like a two-piece from Bojangles or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But either way, man, either way, have some standards about yourself, because see, honestly, we brothers in the black manosphere, we talk about standards, but a lot of these motherfuckers don't carry those same kinds of standards. No. You know, I mean, like, if you want a woman like that has like very shapely legs and a nice ass, at least do 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups a week. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying, man. Brother, take care of yourself, man. The world is your fucking oyster. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, look, are you guys gonna invite Holly Berry to the cookout?
Yeah. What, did she leave?
I would. I'd invite Holly Berry.
I think I'm gonna invite her on in.
Yeah.
Even though she's pissed off a little bit. I
don't give a fuck. It's Holly Berry, dog.
She's angry too, man.
It don't matter if she's angry, dog. Look, if you get a chance to break Holly Berry, you ain't gonna take that chance,
nigga. Even though we do sometimes poke fun at Halle Berry for, you know, not being able to keep a man. Dude, man, we still be trying to holler at Halle Berry. She's one of the most iconic beauties. For real, she's one of the most iconic beauties in Hollywood, man. Like, we've had a crush on. We've had a crush on Halle Berry since 1991, man. Come on now, Halle Berry ain't never leaving that damn cookout. I said, I mean, shit, dude.
Now you got. I'm saying. You got Stacey Dash and Holly
Berry. Since she was 30 years old, damn.
And you got Vivica Fox there too.
And listen, and she about to turn 60 this year too.
But she can be there, man, but she better shut the fuck up. I'm talking about Vivica right now. Just shut the fuck up. Like, nobody wants to hear that bullshit. Unless you're finna do me like you did old Jerry Slimeback at the strip club that time. Wait a minute. This is me speaking in imaginary terms. I am a married man. I would not disrespect my marriage for disclaimer purposes. Because you know how niggas are. They'll make a whole video off a damn question. Like, like I'll give you an example question. Do you have a big dick? Do you have a big dick? I mean, people have been making videos about that one fucking question for months. He asked, did he have a big dick?
Well put.
I mean, shit. Do you remember the part where Michael Caine asked Mini-Me to pull his dick out, and then he said it was a baby arm holding an apple? Did they call that gay? No, they didn't. Even though I thought it was very suspect.
That's the one who ain't watched the whole show. If they ain't watched the whole show, they would understand that he was searching for some attribute that this cat had to offer chicks. The thing was, he was trying to help the motherfucker. But they look for anything to try to bring the motherfucker down because the truth is so motherfucking potent. You know what I'm saying? The rattlesnake bite the rats scurry away, then die, and then get consumed later on.
Dude. Topaz, that lab belongs to Rogish the Buildmonger. He's a friend of the habitual line steppers. And Donnie sounds like Donnie, he's probably about to come up. Yeah, I dropped the link. So this place is about to get a little bit more crunk. Yeah, man. But let's talk about some females that, or I mean, females can make broadcasts about dudes. I mean, that's just the nature of it. But yeah, Halle Berry, Vivica Fox, Stacey Dash. Yeah, they got their places at the cookout.
Erica Alexander. Oh Lord have mercy! Please come back. Oh. Erica Alexander. Oh my God, that girl's so fucking fine.
But that right there is an example of the forgiving spirit of black men. What up, Donnie? Long live the habitual line steppers.
Long live the habitual line steppers. Yeah. Drop it. Come here.
You got the blues out there, huh?
This motherfucking big ass dog, he over here chasing the ball. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I barely started listening, but you niggas talking about the cookout. The cookout, nigga.
Yeah, I started off saying really that the cookout I still really, and I haven't backed off from this. I think that the cookout is a very stupid concept. I really do. Is like romanticizing the possibility that racism does not exist at all, and we can hug, and we how did I describe it earlier? It's like history has been so bad between us, and a lot of us feel so defeated to the point where if one of them come around us, they can completely disarm us by doing something like simple as saying the word yo, or bobbing their head to a rap song that we like, or some bullshit like that.
Yeah. The bar gets lowered extremely for white folks, especially white men. So really and truly, I feel like the whole concept of the cookout came from a black woman, and it was just to justify a white man being brought into the presence of black people. Oh, he's an ally. So what'll ultimately end up happening is they'll be like, oh, I got a cool ass white boss. He said CP time one day when I was late. He said, it's cool. I know you be on CP time.
Oh man. Dude, did you just pick the worst example ever? What? Do you know what C means, colored? You son of a bitch.
So it's okay because he said I was on CP, so he knows he can come to the cookout. I eat his potato salad, and then it was expanded from there. And really, it's some sad shit because it's a lot of motherfuckers that be invited to the cook off some bullshit, right? So it's that a dude, Kev, you in Atlanta, it's that white boy who was dancing with his black students and shit, right? And for all we know, can go home and participate in the unite the right rallies online and all this shit. But because he's dancing on videos with his nigga students, he can come to the cookout. He gets ass to the cookout. When I hear cookout, all I hear is Massa Johnson ain't so bad.
Cuppy.
We're not eating his potato salad.
No, hell no. We like Brad Pitt from 12 Years a Slave. That's how we treat these dudes. Yeah, well, I guess I'll go ahead and deliver that letter. Shit.
I'll take that letter in for you. We always looking for a white man to come and save us from some atrocities that other white people did. The only kryptonite we got to white folks is other white folks. We got friendly white folks and we got evil white folks. Now the evil white folks, they bad. We knows they bad, but we got the good white folks. We got to invite them to the cookout, makes them feel good, and maybe one day they'll defeat this monster we call racism. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go ahead and be the one to say this, but no, not even be the one to say that. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. If you had to choose I will say a white person to invite to the cookout, if you had to choose,
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gave my two choices earlier. I said, like, well, I mean, I did it on present day. Oh, cookout. I use present day figures. I use Bernie Sanders and Negan. So and I'm not talking about Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I'm talking about Negan, the motherfucker with the bloody baseball bat. Because he ain't finna do that shit.
Zombie masher.
Yeah, because he ain't finna do that to niggas. He ain't finna do that to niggas at all. I don't want to have
no
a
niggas zombies called it at the end of niggas back then. Huh?
Even though I still say the concept of the cookout is stupid, and I will still be extremely apprehensive of those two. That's what I would say. Kind of like still got my eye on you. So, I mean, you guys don't have to give me an answer. I mean, we can move on.
I'm gonna give you an answer, right? And I'm gonna fuck with everybody. I'm bringing Alex Jones to the cookout. I'm bringing Alex Jones to the motherfucker. Let me tell you why.
We're gonna eject him at the door.
Nah, it's gonna be good. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you why. I recently, because I watch Alex Jones. Alex Jones say some crazy shit, but he's balancing. Now, granted, he's a white person, so he's always gonna be more geared towards white people shit. But this nigga said some real shit on a couple of occasions. This motherfucker was talking about. Now, I want to read for you a page of this book that was in the Greek and Romans, and it was translated. And and he's talking about how these motherfuckers basically used to bring slaves over, right? And he was really talking about, he was like, they used to bring the white slaves over. And when it was white slaves, they used to bring them over. And what they would do is they would fuck up any type of male leadership that they saw. So if they saw this motherfucker had the posture of a leader, he was getting fucked up off rip. Anybody that looked like they had the posture of a leader, fucked up off rip. And then they would bring the women around and they would be like, listen, we're going to kill all the males in this motherfucker. And then we're going to come after you next. Women, it's up to you. And he was like, the reason they did this was because they knew that the women would start telling on these motherfuckers and start putting them in line and doing shit just to preserve themselves.
Wait. And what European culture experienced this? Which one of them was
it? This was a book from maybe the Greeks and Romans or I do
remember the motherfuckers being tracked, certain places. I think I think maybe the Turkish or some shit like that. But yeah, they were slaves, you know what I'm saying? Definitely as
Well, the
well.
Greeks and Romans did it. The Vikings did it. They did it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers did it in a different way. But what he equated it to was this was a book on how to basically keep your slaves in line and make sure that the women you emasculated the women, the men, and you kept the women as the front runners of the um, I don't want to say plantation just yet, but just you see, you kept them of
Yeah,
kept them front priority, right? And then when it became the plantation, they
the
translated this shit
operation.
over and gave it over to the motherfucker who was running the plantation. It was like, listen, you fuck the niggas, you buck break them, you do all this shit in front of them. So when he talked about it, he was like, when they called him and they brought the ships over, the casket ships, they would come over and they would fuck up. And it wasn't many left, and they would fuck up the men, and they would beat their asses and I'm paraphrasing, but they would beat their asses and kill all the men who looked like leaders, and then they would tell the women, you need to keep in line, and most of the women they went to the big house and they was house slaves. I was like, yeah, all right, this nigga might be cooking with grease at this point.
I know, but check it out though. When you enslave some motherfuckers, you either take prisoners or you don't. When you don't, you know what I'm saying, you tying up loose ends. But when you do take prisoners, you're going to have to do the exact same thing. I ain't saying nobody need to butt break nobody like that, but an aspect of, you know what I'm saying, kind of masculating the women to have them take care over more of the role. Because if you give it to the slave prisoner, them motherfuckers is going to feel something about themselves and think that they could overthrow you. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers, or you bitches keep all this shit in line.
Right. So what he was talking, he said some real shit. He was like, you get the women, and he called them. He was like, you get the mammies, and the mammies would dress up, and they would keep all the men in line.
That shit high as fuck.
I was like, nigga, what? He said some real shit, and he was like, they was telling. He said, so if motherfuckers start planning rebellions, the bitches would tell. He said, motherfuckers was out of line, the bitches would tell. They would do all kind of shit and keep these men in line.
White bitches telling on pilgrims.
On well, on the white slaves.
Yeah, whatever
they translated it over, and they kept this shit rolling with the black women. And now look at what you got in the community, right? So I travel all over the world. When I wanted to travel all over the world, my grandmother hid my motherfucking passport.
Okay.
So my first trip abroad was Panama. And when I wanted to go to Panama, I got everything. I got ready, nigga. Can't find my motherfucking passport. I'm looking everywhere. Where's my passport? Where's my passport? Gone like a motherfucker. She didn't want me to go. Ordered another one next day. The motherfucker came. She didn't know what to say. So I got up. She pulled my passport out. Oh, you owe me $180. So she tried to keep me from going, right? But this is consistent with the black community. We have black women that are keeping black men under their thumb in some way, shape, or form, and putting us down to a subservient position because they don't want no problems, they don't want no issues, and they're keeping us from the rightful throne. Alex Jones said this on his motherfucking podcast. So, granted, this motherfucker has said some very right-wing, white type shit. This motherfucker has also told the truth on several occasions when it comes to black people. So I would bring this motherfucker in because I've seen this motherfucker in black spaces. He's been on Mike Tyson's podcast. He's been, for some reason, T.I. had him on there like maybe twice. And this motherfucker tell you some business. So that's the motherfucker I bring to the cookout. Yeah, listen, I like my white people out in the open. I know he's out in the open with some of his views, but this motherfucker also will say some real shit. And just like David Duke, if you brought this motherfucker around, David Duke will tell you some real shit because he knows the real deal about white supremacy. So he'll tell you some real deal.
You can trust. The thing is, you can trust the racist motherfuckers. You can trust. You know what I'm saying? You can trust them. Maybe not an aspect of business, whatever, but you can trust them because they present honesty. That's the motherfucker you want around you. Them the motherfuckers you can actually, you know what I'm saying, interact with and have some good shit, you know what I'm saying, going down, as long as everybody stick to the rules of the plan and, you know what I'm saying, what the agreement is or whatever. They're on the literal aspect of it. That them is the good ones. The thing is, when they get out of pocket, they supposed to get, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking spanked accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's what ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So the system is permitted to feed these motherfuckers that white dream that they really don't believe in, because they don't, they understand that, okay, yeah, the government is about some bullshit with us as well, right? But the motherfuckers play along with the shit against us. So it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We got to select some different bounds on how we're going to engage these motherfuckers based off of an allyship or something a little bit more distant or something.
And you know what? The real spill is white folks know history better than we do, right? You talk to a poor ass white man in the middle of nowhere, this motherfucker's gonna tell you history better than you can tell history, because they know every aspect of it. They've seen it, and maybe they don't acknowledge certain things to it, but they know the truth, and they'll tell you the truth, and then they'll write it off as something else. But they, like, you talk to a black person, they'll tell you some shit, and it'd be totally out of space into some fantasy mythological shit, and you'd be like, that don't sound right. And really, this is the motherfucker I would bring to the cookout, because he gonna piss off the black women, but all the men gonna sit and listen with their ears perked up. Oh yeah, bet. Say no more. Oh really? Okay, keep telling us. Oh yeah, white man, keep telling us. Oh okay, and motherfuckers gonna take notes, and they gonna build off of that shit, right? Black women, they gonna be in that motherfucker mad than a motherfucker about it, upset, crying. Don't listen to him. Nah, nigga, that shit's true. Every which way. You got to listen to these white folks, and these white folks. I'm trying to think. It's keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right?
Right.
And that's the way I live my life. So, it's been several occasions where I've been out or been around, and you have these friendly white motherfuckers. They come over, shining their teeth in your face. Oh yeah, them be the worst fucking ones, don't they?
Right. Every time.
Every single time.
There's no trusting within them, because it's like Dr. I don't know, somebody Goldstein on Zoe What show. One time they was talking, they was, so he's a Jewish, and they talking about in an aspect of, his white aspect attached to his Jewishness, whatever, interacting with somebody black and everything. And the dude tried to tell him, well, I don't care. The black dude tried to tell him, well, I don't care what you think about anything. I'm gonna present my reality, my truth, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. And he was trying to let him know, well, look, I'm Jewish, but I still know that I can use this white shit to take care of you if I need to. And he said, and the black dude said, well, I don't mean you no harm. And then he said something real pertinent. He said, well, I don't believe you. The fact that, think about it, it's like everything that black people went through, and y'all gotta understand, these white folks, they know what they would do if they was in our position. Like everybody say, oh, it's gonna be a race war, You ask anybody who ain't black to live our reality for 5 years and see if they already in the motherfucking war, instead of some gonna be type of shit. You know what I'm talking about? So
one of the things that tricked me out in life, right, is I went to Israel. Okay, so I understand this. Israel is a nation that was given to these people that was not supposed to be given to these people.
Right.
Okay, so Israel was given for people who don't know, Israel was given to the Jews based off of Hitler and his genocide of the Jews. Okay. So understanding that the Jews were put in these concentration camps, killed off, etc., in high numbers, they say the numbers inflated, or that might be propaganda, whatever. The Jews were killed off, and they were said, all right, we're gonna give you a plot of land that the Jews can go. They said they might give them in South America, they might give them over here, over there, and what they ultimately ended up doing was taking over the Palestinian territory and giving it to the Jews, right?
Right.
This is a place that they had already promised to the Palestinians. They said, fuck that, we're gonna give it to the Jews. Now, the Palestinian, there's a consistent war going on and nobody likes to speak on, because there's a zone that you can't really go to without it being some smoke. Motherfuckers, when I was there, and this is years ago, motherfuckers was setting tires on fire, rolling them across. It was all kind of shit. It was like, yeah, I'm going, because they are squeezing the Palestinians out of this area. Why are they doing this? Because anybody who is Jewish gets access to this land. So they're getting money from America, from other countries to fly these Jews out here. And all you need to do to qualify is say, hey, listen, I'm Jewish. Check my family tree. We can go back.
Hey, check the tree. Check the tree. I'm liable for some of that shit.
3 to 5 generations, some shit like that, right? And Judaism flows through the mother or something like that. But yeah, you check it back 3 to 5 generations. Now, we found out some years ago that you have Jews in Africa, Ethiopian Jews, etc. They found tribes. These motherfuckers had stars of David on their head. You can check. So there's African Jews, right?
Yeah.
If you're a white Jew from a white country, they'll go back what I think it's 3 to 5 generations. You know, it's somewhere around the 3 to 5. But if you're an African Jew, how many generations do they have to go back to check your family to make sure that you're Jewish?
It shouldn't have to be that many because they've always been Hebrews. I'm guessing they could go back at least, probably about 5,000 years.
No. But how many generations? So if they let's say they're doing 5 generations for every other country. So you are a German Jew, you're a Polish Jew. Right. They'll check 5 generations, right? How many generations do they check if you are an Ethiopian Jew?
Don't know.
Just give me a number.
12. I know it's gonna be some fucked up number.
Yeah, it's like 10. So it's double the number of everybody else. Why is it?
Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? So that means that they can define what being a Hebrew actually is.
Correct.
Ain't that a bitch?
So when motherfuckers who are Jewish who are like, well, I'm Jewish, motherfucker, you niggas is discriminating even in your own fucking people. So it must not be a Jew thing. It's a white thing. You're a white person.
It is.
That's what it's always been. Look, this is why I say everybody talk about the whole racism thing, right? My thing is, I don't look at the racism. I look at the whiteism. Because what you try to see what the racist parallels is when you're trying to judge pilgrims and stuff. And the thing that most people put out there is, the frothing at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Confederate, conservative, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's like, nah. What about the ones that you meet in the comic book chat rooms? They got all this, you know what I'm saying, shit to talk about racism. When you see this motherfucking picture, you're like, yo, I squeeze your head and you know what I'm saying, and graciously murder you easily. You know what I mean? The thing is, it's in the whiteness. It has nothing to do with racism. The whole thing is, what is the cultural perspective that you're engaging? They wish to define everyone's reality based off of their perspective of what they think reality should be. So that means that you're dealing with a cultural perspective of whiteness, not class level, not class level, not whatever. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, whiteness doesn't mean to them what we think it means to everyone.
Is there a TV going on in the background somewhere?
Somebody got their headphones off or something. I don't know.
I'm outside. But yeah, that's the shit that tripped me out with just being in Israel. And it's funny because you see a lot of regular looking white folks. You see some browner looking white folks. So they got the little Middle Eastern influence in them. But it was a couple black dudes that I met, and I really talked to them. And some of these motherfuckers act like they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. No, I didn't try it. No. And you talk to a couple of them, and motherfuckers was like, yeah, nah, nigga, it was hard for me to get in this motherfucker. They're like, nah, bro, this shit was nah, nigga, we had to they checked my family tree deep, nigga. Nah. But that was the shit that tripped me out. So I forever understand what the Palestinians dealing with, because you have a plot of land that was supposed to be for you. It was given to you well before the Jews was in this motherfucking mix, and now they kicking you the fuck about their land. It's not for me. You niggas moved to the outskirts. Oh, you was here? Yeah, we taking over this spot. It's not for you. That's why these motherfuckers, like, even we have Krav Maga. Why do y'all got Krav Maga? Why is Krav Maga so? Yeah, because y'all going into these territories and whipping these motherfucking Palestinian ass, kicking them out their houses. You motherfuckers ain't shit.
Right. But so you also gotta understand that okay, this is something y'all need to understand about white supremacy. Everybody need to understand this, all right? It ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with it because somebody's gonna try to claim supreme over whatever the fuck they just shouldn't be permitted to. The thing is, this is Earth, man. Motherfuckers kill and war for supremacy. All cultures have done it. If these motherfuckers are doing this to such a degree and being permitted to do that shit based off of calling themselves a government or a governing body or some shit, and not just some motherfucking, savage ass marauder tribe as the motherfucker done been for thousands of fucking years. The thing is, whose court is the ball in? You know what I'm saying? You can't ask these savage motherfuckers to not be unsavage. Shit.
That's the dynamic. That's why Nick Cannon got into a whole bunch of shit. Nick Cannon says some real shit in that podcast, right? Yeah. So one of my favorite TV shows that I'm watching right now is Vikings, right? Vikings is a dope show because these motherfuckers went and they was like, nigga, we hungry. It's cold in this bitch. Nigga, let's go rape, pillage, and destroy. We get slaves. And let's really look at why these motherfuckers was on that shit. They lived in a territory that was fucking freezing. You couldn't grow shit how many months out the year. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do much of shit. So it's fucked up in this territory. So these niggas got in their little boats, nigga, and took risks to find some. Hey, nigga, we found a settlement, nigga. We in London, nigga. Let's tear this shit up. Nigga, we in France.
Get
nigga,
down and lay down, bitch. What the fuck you think this is?
Hey, let me point out something real quick. Like this photo, okay, offhand, you already noticed Prince whooping Prince Harry's ass.
That's
Peep
so
the
funny.
background. Peep the background. Queen versus Queen. That's Freddie Mercury.
I thought that's Freddie Mercury, ain't it?
Funny as fuck.
Holy shit.
This is genius. This is fucking genius.
Man, whoever came up with this picture, man, damn, I want to shake that motherfucker hand.
For real. Wow.
It's funny. So I watched this interview with my cousin, right? My cousin is she's a black woman and she has a white husband. She's not on the swirler tip, but she just ended up having a white husband. So when we watched this interview, she was getting mad and she was getting real fucking upset over the shit happened. So why this shit was going on, I'm telling you, she was getting pissed off, and I'm like, nigga, I don't have a dog in this fight. The reason I don't have a dog in this fight is because, and I told her, I said, because she came out and said, I'm mixed. I'm not, like, bitch, you're not black. The ass is bitch, she was black. She said, I'm mixed.
Right.
I don't have a dog in this fucking fight.
One thing I don't understand is why are people surprised? You're talking about the royal family of England.
Correct. Black Schnitzel. That's Black Schnitzel. He's been up here for a minute, so I'm gonna let you have the floor for a moment. How you doing? Black Schnitzel.
I'm good. That's just a funny nickname. Just wanted to ask, why are you inviting white people to the cookout?
Because there is a toxic desire of acceptance. It's a chronic. It is a chronic desire of acceptance of Europeans by niggas. Yeah.
No, because I'm in Germany. I'm Nigerian in Germany, and we have let us say we have Nigerian family members there. We have cookouts in Germany.
Never heard of in German. Oh shit. Okay, go ahead. What tribe are you, bro?
Igbo, but we have cookouts in Germany, and the only white people that actually are in the cookout are married into the families, and they are separated from the rest because they are the outsiders. So the only one the only ones that are on, there are two camps mostly in the cookout. There is mostly white people there. There's small camps they are married in, and there's the black people here who are from the tribe. The tribe. And maybe sometimes he lets it mix children if they are on code.
But see, you're
what I
maintaining an
understand of history,
integrity.
what I
You
what
say,
so what I understand of history, right? He's from the troublemaker tribe. He's from the nigga that like they was hey, them Igbo nigga. Hey, listen, them motherfuckers is trouble, nigga. They was like nigga, you ain't taking us, nigga. We nigga, somebody dying today. So they didn't really take a lot of the Igbos, is from my understanding. They knew that the Igbos was trouble as fuck. And you live in Germany, so I know that Germany does a lot of extra shit in order to try to make up for the atrocities that they committed. They try to kiss a lot of ass and do some extra shit. And I know at a certain point, Germany was like, everybody who come on in. And I know there was a lot of Nigerians. I've never spoken to one, or at least knew that I was speaking to one. How is it being a black man in Germany? Just in general, are they? I know that Germany has an issue with the like you can't be a Nazi in Germany, right? Or a neo-Nazi or whatever the term is used. They'll fuck you up. It's a no-no. It's a no-no. So how is it being a black man in Germany? Because I know the Germans do a lot of ass kissing to this day.
Nah, they don't. No,
they don't.
No, they do it internationality because of fear. If they show the true colors that also other nations in Europe whoop their ass again. Because they're not allowed to be openly Nazi, because that is like, oh, they're Nazis again, let's invade.
It's a wrap.
And under the warrior code, Nazis were actually honorable warriors. So, you know what I'm saying, there's no way that their numbers could be, you know what I'm saying, like diminished to such a degree, because the way that they operated with war was strategic and scientific. You know what I'm saying, one warrior to another, even though, you know what I'm saying, it would have been on some enemy shit. It's like, yo, that's a worthy fucking enemy, dog. So they can't, they numbers can't be that bad, and they can't be that motherfucking against them, because the Nazis wasn't a bad look for Germany. The Nazis were not a bad look for Germany. Germany looked real good under the Nazis based off of the fucking unification like that.
That was third right. The motherfucker was on top. But just traveling, every time I came across a German bitch, she pretty much busted all wide open for a nigga. So
I always say if you need as a black man, even we Africans who ride the black man's swag. If you're black and you need a game in Germany, you are already lost as a man.
Wait, one more time, what was that?
If you are black in Germany and you need really hardcore game, you are already lost as a man.
Wow.
Over.
Okay.
I never needed to do much. It's just like, oh, I'm here. So bent over, that is everything. I'm here in black.
Germans like fucking gay black men.
Gross. Okay.
That makes sense. So what about the white women in Germany?
No. I said you don't need game as a black man. Game as a black man in Germany.
Oh, okay, yeah, they bust it open. Yeah, okay, that I understand. They love fucking niggas. Like I said, I've been to Mainz, Germany. And it was the easiest hunting I ever had. When I've ever been abroad, if I met a German bitch, all I had to say was like, yeah, I'm, nigga from America. Really? Oh, well, come on over. You like the pussy? Oh, I busted open for you.
But be careful. Back to the Nazi topic. There are many Nazis there, neo-Nazis, and they are not like the old Nazis. They're basically posers who don't understand what Nazism is. And I had, as a little child, with 7-8 years, I had already had to punch a Nazi. So I was fighting every day.
Yeah, I believe that. The most racist country I ever been to was Argentina. Right? So Argentina, and this is some slick shit a lot of motherfuckers don't know. So Hitler did not die at the end of World War II like they told us he did. They say
South America.
Americans, what they came out with was like Hitler killed himself, and that was the end of the war. What actually ended up happening is he killed a bitch, and they found the bones and remains, and it was like, yeah, Hitler's dead. End of the story. Yeah, he's good. But what actually happened, and there's a whole TV show. It's either hunting Hitler or Finding Hitler or something like shit like that. This motherfucker went into South America and was living his best life. A lot of his soldiers went to South America, and Argentina was one of the countries where they went to. So if you go into Argentina, you have whole cities where these motherfuckers don't do nothing but speak German.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have a lot of neo-Nazi children that grew up in South America, and these motherfuckers came to America and started doing neo-Nazi shit. And this is what we have as a legacy from that. So you have Argentina, where they look at you and they're like, nigga. I'm telling you, it's the most racist country I ever been to, because that was the only place I felt like abroad where it was like, oh, nigga, huh? What? Yeah, nigga, what? The fuck you say? Nigga. Oh, okay. Was that? I felt like that motherfucker said, huh?
I got an automatic throat choke. You know what I'm saying? When shit like that go down, I don't think I'll be good in them type of areas.
Yeah, but like that's the trip for me. Like you go to these certain places in South America, you think shit is sweet, but these motherfuckers really feel like they're on some white supremacy shit. And what's crazy is they were experimenting on the motherfucking locals and the natives. So there's whole places where they basically had experimentation camps where they was fucking with the natives. So Joseph Goebbels or whatever the fuck, this motherfucker went to South America.
Joseph Goebbels.
Yeah. They said this nigga died on the beach, a happy fucking old man in Brazil.
And how many small hats did he wipe out? That's how they get him out of, they got a Jew tally to him. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know what is funny? Do you know what is funny? The first time I experienced racism in Germany was when I'm Moroccan.
Oh yeah, the Moroccans ain't shit either.
But he was as dark as me, and he had curly hair and fat lips. What the fuck? And he said, "Oh no. There's a difference between me and you. I have a little bit of Arab in me." And I said to myself, "Yeah, I have it too. I have a little bit of Turkish, because guess what? We got slaves in Europe and Turkey."
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this, Black. Is it schnitzel?
Yeah, it's schnitzel. It's schnitzel.
All right.
Yeah. Like, okay, I'm sorry.
No homo.
No, go ahead, Kev. That's you.
It's like black hot dog.
Yeah, no. Because the one thing I used to hear as a kid is Wiener Schnitzel. So I mean, that sounded like some phallus shit.
Wiener.
So
Wiener Schnitzel.
yeah. So yeah,
actually,
Wien
is a city. Wien is a city.
Wiener. Oh, all
No,
right.
Wien is a city. It's a
this
town.
nigga's name is basically black sausage. Just think of that. Pause. No homo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So
it's hard not to laugh.
I got you. So question, Schnitzel. In Germany, dog. Okay, so so you already know you say you do racism and everything. Is the racism of the Germans against y'all more along the line of they fear y'all potential, or is it an actual like dislike for y'all as a people?
It depends, because we're talking about Europe. There are always many tribes, and
right.
And most of the time it's okay. Most of the time it's inferiority, because I experience it very often when I go to the clubs or discos, that if they get drunk enough, they cannot stop talking about my dick's a man. I find it very gay. Right. And then they try to somehow flex on me.
Right.
I think to myself, my guy, we are here in Pakistan. Yeah. You cannot flex on me as a white boy.
Right. Well said. Well put. So it's the potential thing. All right. So it's the same thing out here. Well, ain't nobody finna talk about nigga digging and shit like that. But I'm saying the whole aspect of the inferiority thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
That's what we dealing with out here big time. You know what I'm saying?
You have no idea how often I was in a group chilling, drinking beer, having a fun time, and then a 180 2 hours talking about my dick for no reason. That's what I said. Am I in the wrong place?
Oh no! You know what they're about to say. You know what they're about to say about the manosphere. They're over there talking about wieners. Oh, the black manosphere.
No, it's not the white boys. It was the white boys, and I didn't get it.
Kev used to play your famous video. Woo, woo, woo. Dick police.
Hey. and on that, I got to get out of here, Kev. Appreciate it.
Peace,
all right,
peace,
Wild Skinner. I appreciate you coming by once again, bro. You're always welcome.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But you just said though, that shows you their you know what I'm saying, stark inferiority that they have. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a strong dynamic. Like anywhere you go in the world, it's so crazy because motherfuckers feel some type of way, and you know, I benefited from the shit, but like women will fuck with you because you're taboo, and and it's fucking insane. And yeah, now I don't, you know, like T.I. said, I'm pumped a lot of pussy, right? But it's based on the fact that you are a taboo situation.
Right.
That's just what it is. Bitches will run up on you and do all kind of shit because nigga is not normal to them. It's just something novel. Oh, you know, I've heard the stories. Oh, well, let me fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's bend over, bust right over.
But the funny thing is, it's not us black men who tells the stories. Always the other ones, the other races who do that shit. I don't get it. Why do they do that?
Facts. Facts. Like what was that? You know, the disparaging stories like back in the 50s and 60s. Like, you know, go to places like Thailand or Philippines or some shit. You said the 60s? Oh no, he talking to his pit. I think. Yeah, you know, you got the disparaging stories and everything, but the thing is, the fact that we are the subject that they bring up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been studies shown that in areas of the United States where, you know what I'm saying, very, very few black people, the perspectives and the ideas of black people for, you know what I'm saying, the pilgrims around there are all primarily negative. And they don't live around none of them, don't interact with none of them other than, you know what I'm saying, like television or some shit.
Man, white people are weird.
Well, that's the thing, though. We don't like to wear the motherfucking chip on the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? This and that's like I have a never forget our Black Holocaust without sanctuary postcard, large fucking thing in my house, right? And you got folks hanging, and you know what I'm saying, you got the motherfuckers who hung them and lynched them and beat them down and everything. And people come over to the crib. And they look at that, they're like, how can you walk past that? How you see that every day? Whatever. My thing is, I'm not focusing on the death in it. When I'm focusing on the fact that they never came and got you until they was 50 deep. None of them shits was one-on-one. None of them.
Yep.
None of them was one-on-one. They ain't come and get you till they was 50 deep. So you gotta ask yourself, what potential do they see in us that we ain't seeing in ourselves? The whole thing with the COINTELPRO thing, trying to stop a black messiah. Why is it that black people don't think that, you know, if they got motherfuckers that put billions of dollars into governmental programs to make sure that y'all ain't birthing messiah, why is it that people don't think that they can birth messiahs? Why is it if we don't think there's some kind of special about us?
Can I answer it? Can I answer it? Very easy.
Because, possibly supreme. Possibly.
No, very, very easy, very easy. Because before colonization and even a little bit after it, to find out, okay, we can genocide, we can starve them, we can create viruses, we can try to dismantle the culture. This black man don't back down. We can enslave them, we can break their backs, we can rape the women. They're still not backing down. Every generation they rebel. Every generation. Even if we claim the land, we cannot go in there because they kill us on site. Every generation, non-stop rebellions, non-stop. White man, I punch you in the mouth when you come to me. Even if you look at and say no, that they have 400 years of history, and that's why they hate us, because we endure everything they did to us, and we are still here. And say no, if even half of the shit they did to us come to them, they die instantly.
So when I was a kid, I took a class and it was based on drugs, right? And the drug class was essentially talking about cocaine, marijuana, etc. And it's funny, in that class, I learned that the reason that they created the 45 bullet was because some white man encountered probably a white police officer, but he encountered a black man who allegedly was hopped up on cocaine. And he shot this nigga full of bullets with 9mm. Motherfucker, he was 50 Cent. Nigga, all right, he got two some shit. So basically survived the shit. So these motherfuckers was like, nigga, this is not gonna work. So what they did was they created the 45 cal. 45 cal, when you get hit with a 45, it's a wrap. It's a hole in your ass. You're gonna die in 10 minutes. So this is what they did, right? And they had a whole bunch of propaganda suited to tell the public, like, hey, listen, you niggas hopped up on cocaine, ain't nothing nice to deal with. So they kept black people from drinking Coca-Cola. They kept black people from drinking all this shit because that's gonna kill them. Marijuana, all the same shit. They were afraid of us and the power that we have over them, because the average white man, you hit him with a 9mm, he going the fuck down.
Right. That's why the colonization of Africa really started off after the invention of the minigun. Just to give you an idea. The gun itself didn't do shit. They had to invent a minigun who shoots 1,000 rounds per minute.
Yeah, this is the dynamic. Like, look at us. Look, if you look at the average black man and the average white man, who's bigger on a consistent basis?
Yeah.
If you look at athletes in the NBA, white man versus black man, who's the bigger one? If you look at athletes in the NFL, white man versus black man, who's the bigger one?
Football in Europe. You call it soccer. Yeah. Who has the teams now? Who has mostly black men?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you look at the dynamic between most of these winning teams, they have Africans there. That's just what it is. You have Africans on these teams. So there's white men, and that's really their last bastion, right? If you look through sports, they try to be like, oh yeah, golf is the white man's sport. Tiger Woods came through and fucked that up. Tennis, white man was up. Black women came through and fucked that up. Venus Williams. Oh yeah, damn Venus. Oh, Serena.
Well, look, you gotta understand something. They understand that. That's easily understood. The whole thing is that's what they fight more than anything. You put yourself in their shoes, and you just just like Schnitzel said, what the fuck? They've done everything, and then you don't think they're gonna get some type of interfere? You know what I'm saying? Like a actual deeply inner fright from understanding that damn, there's nothing that we could do to stop them. I mean, look, we especially niggas over here in America, shit, we didn't do it. Everything. I mean, look, when you understand, okay, so the whole invite them back to the barbecue, right? When you understand that Black folks have the perspective to where they will invite, others from, foreign tribes into, communal with us, even though they might not have a better interest or whatever. The fact that Black people are of that type of mindset, I would say primarily, a little bit of, slavery, servility, slave, with all that shit, right? And yet they still have the same type of fear. It's like, wait a minute, Black people do everything to show that they'll be the best citizens that these motherfuckers have never seen, but yet they still got that fear, like, nah, nigga, I don't believe you. That shows you the innate fear that they have. Like, I don't even think it has nothing to do with us. I just think that it's just that, you know what I'm saying, the way that we rock in our regularness, we shine so much in their perspective of what it means to shine that, you know what I'm saying, it triggers, I don't know, some type of, you know what I'm saying, conditioned response within them.
Instinct.
I don't know. It's very instinctual. I really don't think it's particularly against us. It's just that the way that they see us. I mean, shit. If we saw ourselves like that, then you will understand where the fuck they coming from. If you saw your shine, the way that these motherfuckers see the potential of your shine, shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you realize, all right, this has nothing to do with government. This has nothing to do with government. No. This is a cultural thing, hence the instinctivity of it. Is I saying that right? It's whatever. You know, it's English. Y'all know what the fucking nigga's saying.
Okay. Mlyan Menelik just came up. What's going on? Are you there? Yeah, he has his mic on mute. Oh, there he is. What's going on?
Peace.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. I mean, once you're ready to say so. Yeah, but I'll go ahead and let you know what the topic is. The topic is we're talking about the whole invited to the cookout thing. So just anytime you're ready to chime in, but shoot, let me put it. Go ahead, Rogish.
I want to ask you who. Okay, so this is, you know, the basically, I guess we say some politics things. You know what I'm saying? Approaching that whole aspect of blackness as a political thing. In how it ties to us, you know what I'm saying, as a constituency, right? Who is at the cookout who you would disinvite on the same level as, you know what I'm saying, let's say Stacey Dash or Vivica, whoever, you know what I mean?
See, this is where it's gonna get.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna get. This question is gonna get complicated because what we did with the 3 black women is we let them stay. But if you uninvite anybody to cookout, it's going to be seen as, okay, if you uninvite a man, then we'll kick black men out, but we won't kick black women out. So that's going to be a complicated question. But uninvited, I am going to choose a man. At this point, I'm a little fed up with. No, not him. Not Stephen A. Smith. No, I would keep Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Herschel Walker.
Okay. Herschel Walker. Okay.
Herschel fucking Walker. Yeah, dude, get the fuck out of here. I mean, it's just that way. I mean, I don't like disconnected ass dudes. I think that black men are supposed to be better than the black women when it comes to pretty much anything involving blackness, even though I feel like we do need black women, honestly. I mean, a lot of us feel certain ways about how they've been toward us, but I think the better outcome is us together. But, you know, my choice had to be a man, and I think that it would be a choice that many would agree with. Herschel Walker is one of these dudes that was, I guess, quote unquote, treated very preferably by whites growing up. And he totally is disconnected from the black experience as if there was nothing that happened to us to begin with. Or, you know, saying, okay, I understand this, I understand that, but, you know, just get over it, people. I do agree to an extent that, that the history doesn't need to get in the way of everything that we do.
Right.
I don't believe that, okay, the reason why I wasn't successful is because of racism, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that should be the default. I mean, it could be racism for real, because it's very possible in this climate and in this country. But, what I've heard a lot of do is I've heard a lot of our people, kind of dance around accountability and will use racism. But Herschel Walker, fuck that dude. Seriously, fuck.
I ain't think Herschel Walker. I'm trying to think, who would I disinvite from the picnic? You know what? People ain't gonna like this, but I gotta keep it real. I would disinvite Cornel West. I really would.
What?
Yes.
That's a little bit shocking to me.
Yeah. Cornel West, because the thing, look at how he presents, right? He presents in the old, like civil rights style of presentation, and within it denies the accumulation of the factors involved that remain to be, oppressive or unequal, right? It's just more along the line of having a yo-yo that don't even able to go up or down. You know what I'm saying? You throw that motherfucker and then just stays at the same level, spinning very, very well and everything, but just at that level. And it's like, nah, shit is progressing towards where I feel that there should be some, and I think that there should be some, harsher criticism towards accountability on some things. And I just don't think he does that. And I think that's become routine with him. You know what I'm saying? Sharpton, the whole Boulay squad, all that. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Boulay squad, like, the guy that ended up in the Matrix Reloaded. Well, or was it Revolution? Yeah, he was in. Cornel West was in. I think he was in Matrix Revolution. Yeah, but I don't know. I've never really had a problem with Cornel West, but I'm gonna take a little deeper look. I mean, I do agree. If he's anything like Al Sharpton, then it just seems like that's kind of race hustling, and I feel like that's wrong, because Al Sharpton,
he's definitely not hustling. He's definitely not hustling. But the thing is, you could tell he withholds stark, direct judgment with things that requires stark, direct judgment. He withholds that.
Oh, okay. I get it. Not the man for the job that he says he's doing. Right? Am I going in kind of a direction? I mean, if I'm wrong,
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if he's not the man for the job, because obviously, if he's doing that and he's been doing that, I guess that's what the job, tells for or whatever. You know what I mean? My whole thing is with his level of influence. You know what I'm saying? Like with anyone. Okay, so like say what happened with the whole George Floyd thing, right? A whole lot of celebrities was able to speak up. A whole lot of pilgrims was able to speak up on things, because this was one of those givens, right? This was one of those givens where if anyone spoke out against it, you could, pretty much generalize, question a person's humanity. You know what I'm saying? Based off of that whole thing, right? And in the regard of in that regard of being able to go as harsh as you could at that time against, law enforcement, terrorism, or whatever, folks was choosing not to. And it was still the whole, there are two sides to a story type of thing. And it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? There's those who take that type of stance, just like Obama when Skip got put out of his house because they said that nigga was robbing his old spot. And you know, so when they had the beer with the pig and everything, it's like, wait a minute, you know, so it's things like that, very, very insulting to the point to where, you know, so yeah, black people do have that vicarious atonement that they live through these celebrities through and everything, but disinviting based off of a lack of specific integrity. Now, it might be kind of extreme to call certain accountabilities into accountability by upholding such integrity. I understand that, but that's, you know, all the same. That's, I guess, you know, it's more subjective than it is objective.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Black Schnitzel.
First of all, if we talk about let's say people who betrayed the cause, I would make sure that the cookout is in Nigeria, and then I would do to those people what we always do when they come back after the coon or back dance or the white people. We smoke them.
Facts.
We smoke them. Do you know how many stories there are from
damn.
coons that came back from England or something and got too westernized and thought, okay, when I come back, then I apologize without any gifts, basically money or land or something. So people will accept me because we are black. And then they learn very fast now we are Nigerian. If you come back without any apology in form of money, we kill you because you betrayed the code. This is one of the reasons why if some black women from our tribe really want a white man, they never come back to the family because they know that white man and she would get turned out, grinded to dust.
Damn. That's extreme, but hey, I guess it is what it is. But speaking of, yeah, but Courtney Woody, shout out. How you doing tonight? It said Jim Clyburn. Let me give you one. Let me give you one small reason why that would apply, and I totally agree. I'm not a fan of Jim Clyburn. I'd be like, get your old ass out too. But Jim Clyburn was he was the guy that he's kind of a token pundit for I think Fox News actually. You know, one of the more forgiving ass motherfuckers like John Lewis. I mean, rest in peace, John Lewis, but still.
Good trouble.
But Jim Clyburn, like they asked him, did he want anything for his vote? And then Jim Clyburn was like, no, I don't want nothing for my vote. I just want to feel good. You know, I'm like, huh? No, that was just basically to combat the whole Ice Cube thing. You know, basically Ice Cube trying to use a contract with Black America to sell the black vote to whatever politician would, you know, get, because at the end of the day,
supposed to do in politics, yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, whoever's in power, black people want that person to work with us. You know, and he said, you know, and you know, the whole we've been through that with Ice Cube, but you know, Jim Clyburn, really to me, I don't even care if you know, if he sent out that virtue signal and tried to use Omarosa. You know what I mean? He was saying that any black man that will vote, any man that vote for a man that you know, called a black woman a dog on national television, you know, I'm gonna pray for you. You know, that's when they started, you know, that's when they started doing all that. That's when they started doing all that propaganda with, oh, we're gonna be mad at black men. You know, Maxine Waters. I'll never forgive black men. Who was it? Janelle Monáe. Oh, fuck black men, fuck white women. You know, and then you had Clyburn. It just,
you know what?
Simone
if all these
Simone
motherfuckers
Sanders,
is at the barbecue,
black
I don't
men
even
and they
need to be at the
unlimited.
barbecue.
I'm throwing my own fucking cookout shit. But
For
they
real.
Robert Nelson. But Robert Nelson had a whole list. I was like, let me see if I can let's see if I can
What
go
about
ahead.
what about Kamala Harris? What about Kamala Harris when she
Let me
shows
tell
up?
you who I wouldn't invite.
I ain't a goddamn. Go ahead. Go ahead. No,
Okay.
I'm gonna respond. Coffee. I'm gonna respond to Black Schnitzel, and then you can go.
Okay, go ahead.
He was saying about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, wasn't she uninvited a while back? I mean, shit, she would probably bust up a
Mm.
cookout. She'll probably bust up a cookout if a blunt come out.
Speaking
I'm
of
just
which,
keeping it
I'll be
real.
right back.
All right, but go ahead, Coffee.
Anybody who is in that movement of "We shall overcome," I will not invite. If they still got that frame of mind today, you would have to be uninvited to the cookout, because a lot of these people, they feel that just because the white people are being nice to them now, money wins out every time. I talk about that a lot. A lot of these political figures, civil rights people, they have gotten a whole lot weak. Like he said, Al Sharpton. I like Al Sharpton, but I gotta say he is not as strong as he used to be, because he's being bought. At one point, Tavis Smiley, they all had to learn it. They had to learn that these motherfuckers are not their friends. Then you got this Clyburn man. I don't really care for him either, because he's still back in them days, of "we shall overcome," and they haven't overcome yet. It's time out for that. I have an aunt who was a maid and a nurse for 40 years for a rich white family in Buckhead in Atlanta, and I was on my Facebook congratulating the brothers that graduated with me, who had became doctors. They had got their PhDs, they medical doctors and all that. I grew up with them, and she was like, "You mean to tell me you're not going to congratulate Jay and all these people that she worked with?" I didn't grow up with them. I met these people one time, and not, she just blurted out like I was supposed to congratulate these white doctor kids that she took care of, and was a nanny for, and a nurse and all that shit for all their life.
Damn.
Her son, she could not take care of her own son. He was lost to the streets and got killed at 23 because she was so busy taking care of these people.
Damn.
So I had to correct her. She was upset with me. She was like, "Everything that they've done for you, these people that helped me go to college, they did. I mean, they have done things for her, not for me. And that was her only son. But money wins out every time, man. So like I said, anybody who's still in that mentality of "we shall overcome," or even lift every voice and sing, I mean, right now it's time to lift that fist and swing,
Yeah,
a different way.
yeah. Okay, Killer Cam down in the chat, man. He's taking. I believe he taking exception to what's being said about Al Sharpton,
That's
but
his
I
frat
don't
brother.
think. Yeah. I saw the comment, but yeah, I don't think you were too harsh on him, actually, Coffee. I mean, uh, yeah, Killer Cam, I definitely agree with civil, with civil rights, man. Civil people are absolutely very unfair to the civil rights movement as it stood. Like, I hear more people talk bad about it than talk great about it. But at the same time, I do agree with a little forward thinking. Yeah, civil rights was like the ultimate survival for black people because we were getting killed left and right. Incidences like Emmett Till, I mean, happened, and it was it was nonsense, man. It was nonsense. You got
No,
tired
but
of
see
that shit.
that's the reason we receive them as incidents as opposed to cultural interaction.
You know what?
That's the
Yeah. But yeah. Let me go ahead and finish. Is that I do get what Coffee's saying. I do. I agree with Rogish, but it's like I'm with, I respect the history. I'm really careful when I do refer to the civil rights movement because at the end of the day, so many died for for our chance to get some semblance at a at a life, and it's whether the results did not match the sacrifice still happened. So that's just my take on that, and we can move forward with the conversation. Uh, the Robert Nelson, I want to talk about his comment for a second. He had a
Oh
list.
yeah.
Yeah, I do disagree with like at least three of them. Oprah, sure. Stacey Dash. We just got through talking about that. Gail King, definitely. Stacey
Obama.
Abrams.
Yep.
Stacey Abrams became the hero of Georgia. Um, and I had a real big heated exchange with some people about the whole mail-in thing. It was just like we did early voting down here, and none of the people who voted early got credit. They was like, "Oh, the mail-in saved us." It's like, and it looked like completely dubious circumstances, but it is what it is. I accept the results, and ain't nothing we can do about it. I mean, it's that simple. Michael Jordan, no, keep Michael. A lot of people don't like Michael Jordan. They feel like he was the Michael Jordan that contributed to private prisons. I don't believe that's the case.
No, they said that was a white cat.
Yeah, a white Michael Jordan. Yeah,
that,
a white Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan is a sports owner that employs black men. That's a very little known fact, and they're not going to put that out there for obvious reasons. Let's see. Obama, sure. Tika Sumpter. If it's because she's married, if it's because yeah. Look, I got this. If it's because she married to that white dude, that's unacceptable. I mean, that doesn't uninvite Tika Sumpter.
Who is she?
Tika Sumpter, she played Kevin Hart's love interest in Ride Along. Her.
Oh, okay.
Michael Eric Dyson. We had a dude named Michael Dyson visit the comments yesterday. Now, pretty sure not the same guy, but I don't like Michael Eric Dyson. I wish that dude would shut the fuck up sometime. Henry Louis Gates. D.L. Hughley. Yeah, D.L. Hughley has changed a lot in recent years, and it's like during the Democratic primaries, he really just hoarded himself out for Hillary Clinton. And this was not in the Hillary versus Trump aspect, the Hillary versus Bernie aspect. Like, he was real. It was this is what pisses me off. Well, this is what pissed me off about Hillary supporters. Hillary supporters, they never focused on what was great about Hillary because they couldn't find anything too great about Hillary Clinton. It was Hillary Clinton. I mean, D.L. Hughley used his Facebook page to shit on Bernie Sanders at least 5 times a day. And I'm sitting up there like, this is
what was he saying bad about his policy though? Like, he say he old or whatever the fuck. All right, yeah, and he a comedian, so what I'm saying, comedians going to take such liberty. How was he speaking out against his policy?
No, it was a bunch of emotional shit, like Bernie's sexist. Bernie doesn't champion reparations. He really pushed that. And I mean, like, the whole reparations thing, why do you lay that at Bernie Sanders' feet? Why would you do that? You lay that at people like
reparation shit, boy.
Lay it at, but that people didn't lay it at Obama's feet. The one time he was asked that question was before he became president, and he had the same answer Bernie Sanders had, that he didn't feel like that reparations was the answer. Nobody fucking cared. Nobody. like nobody cared. They just wanted their black president. And Young Jeezy put out that song. That was it. My president is black.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So he said Michelle Obama. I'm gonna tell you why Michelle Obama.
What she do?
And I'm gonna tell you about Barack Obama too. And basically, they go out their way to speak directly to celebrities and alphabet people. They go out of their way to do that. And Michelle Obama going to Zaya, what the fuck are you talking to Zaya Wade for?
Oh, really?
What the, like on a damn Zoom call? What the fuck are you talking to her for? Like, there's going to, like, I'll give it about a good 2, 3, 4 years, maybe next year. There's going to be a heterosexual men's movement, and they're going to touch on stuff like this, like, you know, the whole stop destroying our sons thing. You know, stop destroying them. You know, I mean, I don't like Dwayne Wade. Oh, wait a minute. She knew she was like this. Now, this is him speaking. She knew she was like this since age 3. Now, like, for real, that's a sick. That's a sick person talking right there. You know, I don't want to get too far into it because, you know, I don't want them to flag me.
I agree. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade was any kind of man about himself. You know, but let's think about this. Dwayne Wade is a black man. If he would have went back, he would have been like, "No, fuck this." I mean, he would have kept his pride and his dignity, but he would have definitely been ostracized. Gabrielle Union would have probably played victim. Someone who from this past week, you know, said that she has mental health issues. Did you hear anything like that?
That's easy to see that bitch got issues. Oh, that's really easy.
Look at the way that baby looks at them. Like, dude, like, you know how many pictures, like the young baby. You know how many pictures they got with just looking at her. Like, the little baby is like the funniest little member, like the cutest thing. I don't know the baby's name, but I think y'all would know what I was talking about because they put this baby in memes because the baby just looking like
sideways, right, like the back of a dog.
Look at them always looking at them sideways. Like, I was like, wow.
Smart baby.
You know,
smart baby.
Yeah, smart baby. She just like, oh my God, you guys are weird. And I mean, Dwayne Wade he doesn't even put so much focus and attention on his other kid who can actually play basketball. He's an NBA player, and
yeah, you know what? You don't hear. You're right. You don't hear about his other son. That's right. It's always the one that want to be a chick. Right.
Well, he chose that because he didn't want people to be looking at him like D Wade's is my father. Same way with Denzel Washington's son. They all trying to find their way. Vanessa Williams' daughter. You know, they all big time, and they don't want to be known as, you know, the children of. So they respecting that.
Wait! You lost me.
I get what he was saying was, you know, children want to find their own way, and you know, they don't want to use their parents' name, and I halfway agree with that. But the reason why I would not agree with that is because all the sons and daughters of all that of athletes rarely. Of course, with exceptions like Ken Griffey Jr. and Steph Curry, rarely kids of legendary athletes rarely surpass their fathers. You know, right. I'll give you an example: Patrick Ewing Jr. Like Patrick Ewing Jr. Played for the Georgetown Hoyas. I do remember seeing that. Article in when I was, you know, living in my home city of Montgomery, Alabama. They did a little piece on Patrick Ewing Jr. Patrick Ewing Jr. Try. Okay, anybody out there, try saying Ewing and Jr. together like 12 times fast. Your fucking mouth gonna explode. Like, you know, just yeah, I mean, I'm just having the most difficult time. You and Junior.
So he ain't got no game, then? He ain't got no game?
Apparently not. I mean, shit, that was like 15 years ago. So, oh well, no, not even 15, maybe 10 years ago. But he didn't. I mean, nothing ever happened with him. I mean, you know, so to Coffee's point, I get it, but at the same time, you still have to prove your athletic ability no matter what. Yeah, I give you I give you a good one that looked like that she was balling. Kobe Bryant's daughter Gianna, she could ball. Had she lived, she probably would have brought some kind of. She probably would have drew numbers for the WNBA. I mean, she at her age was that talented, and her father put everything into training her. You know, that was going if he couldn't do it through a son, he could gonna do it through a daughter. And she was turning out pretty good. Like same thing with LeBron James' son. Same thing. Yeah, I mean, he probably will likely not surpass his dad, but who knows? Only time will tell.
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders got a son, athlete?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. How is he? How are they?
Well, I think he trained them more on the business side of it too, because nothing is promised, and that's a good thing. He's showing them how you can make more money, through all your endorsements and like coaching and running your own football camp, schools, things like that too.
Okay, but Coffee, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Did you give an answer to who you would uninvite, or did I miss that?
I spoke about him last night, Charles Barkley, for one.
Charles Barkley.
It's not so much of who I will take to the cookout. It will be basically, imagine if I was back in Harriet Tubman days, who would I take to the Underground Railroad with me? Even with a shotgun on
damn. God damn, that's extreme as fuck.
Okay, well, damn. Hey, let me get some shout out. Let me get a couple shout outs. Going on Andre and Kevin Murray. Charles Barkley was after Michelle Obama. So that was Coffee's. That's on Robert Nelson's list. After Charles Barkley, however, is Jay-Z. I don't agree with Jay-Z. I will keep Jay-Z. Diddy, Diddy and Uncle Luke, they became Democratic shields, especially, Uncle Luke during the Kamala Harris interview.
Well, a lot of them became acrobat clowns for money, you know what I'm saying? And money would shut you up. And I'm so afraid that I'm hoping that Farrakhan didn't shut up because they paid him. I love Farrakhan.
Well, look, you gotta understand something. Once the Nation of Islam stop calling these motherfuckers devils, I kind of let you know that right there. You start out strong, then a motherfucker. And then, you know what I'm saying? No, all of a sudden they ain't those no more. And they can even join the ranks. Like, God damn, really?
Well, they recently banned him from YouTube.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They banned him from social media. But also, I'm trying to go ahead and do this expeditiously because we like near an hour 4. And tomorrow's gonna be another eventful day. So Diddy for Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre,
what did he do besides the chronic?
Besides the chronic, a lot of people were mad at him when he donated all that money to USC and he did not donate it to an HBCU. Because USC is like he donated something. He donated something to the tune of something like $30 or $40 million, so they can start some kind of entertainment department in their school.
They already got that.
But why? But why give them multi-millions of dollars when he could have gave
because he owes somebody.
who
Look,
cares?
that's how the tycoon world goes, man. When you got when you got somebody who's in the billions, how do you influence them in the millions? How do you influence someone worth $600 million? You have to influence their money flow. So in the aspect of him owing somebody and paying that shit or you know what I'm saying, somebody stock a tank, you know what I'm saying, next week and shit. Oh, they lose $50 billion. But then, you know what I'm saying, nobody's paying attention to them over the next 4 months where they regain another 500 or some shit. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. So they're not permitted to donate to black shit like that.
Let me ask you something. So what do y'all think about partially uninviting Snoop, partially uninviting Master P? I've heard people say that.
Nope,
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Not Master P. Not leave Master P alone. Leave Master P alone. Snoop, kick that nigga out. And the reason why I say Snoop, because Snoop is a pawn. I mean, you're not going to necessarily kick out Snoop. I mean, because Snoop is one of the most marketable black men ever. Like, you know, the voice. Yeah. Wow, 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 yippee yo, yippee yang yang, you know. But Snoop is a pawn. Anytime that they need a narrative out there, they go to Uncle Snoop. The whole slave film thing. A lot of people disagree with me on the slave film thing. No, I just don't. The one thing I disagree with the slave film thing is when someone else tells the story.
Right.
Like that's the one thing I disagree with. The only reason that Snoop Dogg, I felt like Snoop Dogg did that was because they were starting to tell stories of slave rebellion where slaves actually fought back and won. But not even so much fought back and won, just fought back. They don't want us to ever think that we were ever in a position to retaliate against them. They crushed the WGN show Underground like that because Underground was about the Underground Railroad and they was about to get busy on that mother. And they crushed the movie Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation. So like they fought that film, like they fought like any film about Nat Turner. They fought it in Hollywood for years and years, refused to make it because they don't ever want us to think that we had a chance during those times. And if you read up on the history, no, they didn't want truths coming out. And the film Birth of a Nation ruffled so many feathers because I'm telling you this, it questioned Christianity. It questioned it. It questioned our way of worship. And a lot of people didn't like that. So they sent out Snoop Dogg and eventually activated the long arm of white supremacy, feminism.
What does Snoop say about that shit?
You know, he went on Instagram talking about some, I don't want to see no more slave films. You know, I'm tired of that. And he said, now I don't want y'all to watch nothing. I don't want no slave film, no underground. He said underground like 3 times. That's why it seems so. That's why it seems so dubious to me. I mean,
you know what? The average Californian that's a black person out here, they don't ever like to see that. But it's somehow when they come to places like Montgomery, they come to places like Atlanta, and go to Tennessee and see all this stuff that just went on. They come back a totally different person. They didn't grow up like that. You know, the most they know about black people is Hollywood shit. You know, that's it. Or the Indians. You know, things like that. Or they dwell deeper in the culture of Mexican culture, Latin culture.
Interesting.
I would say relevance.
Relevance. Yeah, absolutely.
Relevance, please.
Yeah, but fellas.
Yeah.
It's that time. Final statements. Yeah. So whichever one of y'all want to go first. I know Coffee and hadn't been up here that long, but you know, you're cool with us. You're always invited. So go ahead, either one of you.
All right. The thing is, uninviting somebody or inviting somebody. I'm starting to realize that it's a picnic that I ain't even supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be at a different type of picnic. You know what I'm saying? So, something with thinking folks and where integrity is permitted. You know what I'm saying? And structure is the chief desire. You know what I'm saying? Structure, you know what I'm saying, and harmonious order. You know what I'm saying? And it don't seem like it's at this picnic. So, you know what I'm saying, y'all watch where y'all getting y'all barbecue from. That's it. Long live the habitual line steppers. Thanks for the hospitality, care, respect. You know, y'all be safe. Holla.
Yes, sir. Well, I would tell you this. It's so many that we have our own personal thing about that were on the list. They come in and they go back out. You know, anybody that's just not down for their own people, I have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to who they date, regardless to how many white friends they have, regardless to their education, you know, at some point, you're going to always have to go back to the cookout, the picnic. You know, I really don't like to say picnic, you know, but the black gathering, you know, because trust me, for a lot of them that didn't understand that they were black, they understood it during the protests, especially when George Floyd died, because a lot of them lost their jobs, they lost friends. I even lost some too, you know, but I never kept my eyes off of these people because you know what? I watch everybody like security. You know, I watch everything revolving. So with that, I'm gonna just, you know, leave it there. And thank you for having me up.
All right, coffee. That's a Babe Blotter News. Mr. Coffee Nino. Thank you for your input as always, and it is much appreciated. And you know who else I appreciate? I appreciate my chat. By far, you are the least ratchet chat that I have ever seen participate on a YouTube channel in this space, and I really appreciate that I have people that have a very high maturity level in my chat, and yeah, that's why you know I feel like when this channel grows more, that it's going to be a really great thing, and also very entertaining and very heartfelt as well, because I look at brutal honesty as something that is heartfelt. And I do appreciate being able to deliver my perspective to you each week. Now, as far as the subject matter is concerned, let me tell y'all something. I've been uninvited to a lot of cookouts, and Rogish put emphasis on the way I post on Facebook. I know I'm not invited to any cookouts on Facebook, but I always had this mentality. If I was not invited to anyone's party, I just threw my own party. If I wasn't invited to anyone's cookout, I went to the store, I bought the food, and I had my own cookout. That's just the kind of person I was. Because at the end of the day, if I had me, someone still had my back. You know, it doesn't cookouts is just is basically just a cute I think it was Nick Org that said it, like just cute pet name terms to just romanticize white supremacy, basically. Um, you, I'm not saying that all of any people are bad, but I think when it comes to them, they will choose themselves before you any day of the week, any minute of any hour. So I'm not saying that. I just think that all of them are just evil sons of bitches and bitches. I'm just saying that I'm a bit more careful when it comes to um, them. Doesn't mean I'm not careful when it comes to us, because I tell you, the way a lot of black people have crossed me and people that I have loved is enough to make anyone lose faith. But I've used this word a few times this weekend, resolve. You have to have a certain resolve to maintain your blackness in this country, because it's so easy to get sucked into a bunch of BS that will take your eyes off the ball when it comes to us as a fucking group. Is it necessary for me to say curse words? I don't care. But as long as you get the point, that's what matters to me. Cookout, schmookout. We all know as a people what a real cookout looks like. Just watch who you invite. That's all I'm saying. And with that being said, this is Kev. Like, share, definitely subscribe. Long live the habitual line steppers. See you guys for another Any Given Sunday. Peace.